Boom, boom, boom. Bad guy, what's up, buddy? How much do you think the prime silvers and bronzes will rise to and when? Hopefully they'll... What are they at right now? Let's take a look. This sounds bad. Echo? Is that better? Hello? Can you guys hear me okay? We good? Hello? Is it fixed? Yeah, oh, so it wasn't even my problem. Alright, I was gonna say, I'm like, why are you the only one that's affected? Alright, welcome guys. How we doing? Second stream of the day. We are gonna be grinding for a while. What do you think prime bronzes and silvers will go up? We're gonna take a look at their price right now. I need to see what they're currently at, because they've already gone up. They've gone up from 1.5k when we invested. We can hear you? Alright, sweet. How can I prepare for the Neymar SBC? Boom. I will link you my Libertadores League SBC grind. You can grind League SBCs, save the packs. If you want to open them now to try to get a future star, if you get walkouts and stuff, save that stuff as fodder for Neymar, so you have a lot of it ready to go. Because most likely when the Neymar comes out, no matter what the price is, people are going to want to buy their fodder, so everything's going to be more expensive. So if you can get this stuff, whether tradable or untradeable, beforehand, that's going to be a big deal. But I think people are already starting to invest in fodder. So if you want to try to beat that, I would try to get as many untradeable things as possible. It's most likely going to happen that we get a repeatable SBC in the next couple days too. So if you guys want to grind repeatable SBCs, that'd be another great way to kind of prepare for the Flashback Neymar. Getting him completed. Completed the mid or prime with only 10k coins because I've done the 85 times 10. I had some fodder in my club already. GG, man. We have, I think, 2 swaps away. We are 2 swaps away from getting that done. We currently have, if we take a look, we have 8 here. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, we need 2 more. Anyone here know a lot about ancient Greece and ancient Rome? I know a little bit. Mainly Greek myths. If you say some myths, I might have heard about them. Oh, check prem. Sorry. My mind's in a million different places. If you guys are enjoying the stream, feel free to smack the like button. Let's check the prem prices. Looks like they're already 2k. So they're already up quite a bit from 1.5. Maybe they'd get to 2.5 again, but I don't know. The Guendouzi SBC coming out too. I said this before. EA is trying to find every way to get you guys to spend your coins into SBCs. So if it's an SBC that's only going to be in your team for a limited amount of time, really think about whether or not you need it. How should I grind the lib if I'm on Xbox? Lib, we have so many people doing lib on Xbox, mate, the same way. You might have to bid differently or pick up at certain times and sell at certain times, but you can still do it. Alright, we have gone through twice today during my workout. In between sets, I was doing some of the lib. So let's get these packs open. And then we'll start crafting it again. Finally have transfer market on the web app. What did it take? I feel like that took forever. You invested in 600 prem cards for 1,200 or 1,500 coins? GG. Yeah, if you're heavily invested and you're wanting to sell and you're wanting to do other stuff too, I would personally just get out of them, man. But that's your call. If you want to wait, you might be waiting a while. So we also have a repeatable SBC coming soon, so they might go back down. So I would just be careful with how long you hold. I got 3 feature stars and 6 walkouts in all 87 and above, and only 185 out of the 85 times 10. GG. How do you have like no competition on libs on PS? Xbox is packed with competition. Do you want the real answer or do you want a safe answer? The safe answer is there's a lot of intelligent people on Xbox doing the Libertadores League SBC. The not safe answer, the real answer, is all the smart people are on PlayStation. All of them know this is the best console to do League SBCs on. Sunderland Drew? Yeah, man. Hey, I found, I forget his name, but I was in MKTV's chat earlier, and he has a Sunderland fan in there. So there's another one of us out there. Mid-set does a Dude, I literally was in the middle of doing bench press. Then as I was resting, I was bidding on lib cards. You guys don't understand. This is a lifestyle, man. A lifestyle. It's not a thing I just do for fun. The lib is a lifestyle. Every day, baby. No days off. I hope I can sell most of them for 2,500 coins. Are you willing to wait for however long it takes them to get there? Because if so, you might want to do something in the meantime. Whether invest in other stuff, flip cards. How do I grind the mid-prime icon pack hits? If you go to our channel, bud. Actually, let me put it in the description real quick. 1 second, bud. I'll put this in the description of the stream. How to grind the mid-prime. Here, I'll link this in chat right now. I'll also put this in the description for you guys. Alright. If you refresh the stream, you should see it in the description now. The lib chose him. He didn't choose the lib exactly. It called out my name. Best trading for 400k on PlayStation. Steven, thank you for linking the playlist, bud. I would look at the trading playlist, man. I'm heavily into Libertadores, League SBC. Flipping them for profit, opening the packs for profit, that sort of thing. If you don't want to do that and you're looking for more investment advice, I would take a look at informs whenever they're super low, because we have a lot of SBCs that require informs and they rise a lot. I would take a look at anytime you see that Prem cards are down, whether that's bronze or silvers, investing in those. Investing in bronze rares and silver rares from top nations when they're extremely low, because we have a lot of daily SBCs that make them shoot way up in price. You can make a ton of profit. This is why I could never become a trading YouTuber. A lot of people to help. Hey, I like helping. If I do a bad job at it, I apologize, but that's what the videos are mainly for, is so I so I don't have to answer the same question a million times. The real answer is PS is better than Xbox because I do console wars. Hey, imagine if we never even had to do a console war, if EA just decided, hey, you know what? We're going to put all the markets together, and you can play on your preferred console. You can play with each other, against each other. Do you think we'll win versus MK Dons next Saturday? The form Sunderland's in, I honestly don't think we're going to make playoffs at this point. I hope we can turn around the second half of the season. But if we're playing at this rate, we're going to be not even like top table of playoffs. We're going to be barely scraping in. And if we're barely scraping into playoffs, that's not going to be good for a playoff run. We got to be hot. If it takes the rest of the season to prepare for playoffs and we got to clutch up right at the end, I'm all for that. So dropping points here or there isn't the worst case scenario. The issue I have, and I was saying this in another stream earlier, I'll always be a Sunderland supporter. I love Sunderland. I love them when they win. I'm okay when they tie and drop points. I'm sad when they lose, but what makes me sadder than them losing is when they feel like they're giving up on themselves. Because, like, as a Sunderland fan, you never give up on them, but it seems like they kind of give up at sometimes, and that's just painful to see. All right, so we need to put Harrison into the Prem. Sunderland is basically a Sunday League team. Ricky, what's up, man? How expensive will Neymar be? I've heard rumors that he'll be around like 200K. But we'll see, man. People are degenerates, so they'd pay anything for him. All right, so we need Harrison. So you just said you support them when they win? So that means you don't support them when they lose? No, and maybe I worded that wrong. I'm happy when they win. I can be disappointed a little bit when they draw, but it's expected to a certain extent. And when they lose, I'm very sad. But what's more sad is when they lose or they play badly and they kind of give up on themselves. Yeah, go ahead. You'd say near his gold price? What's his gold price at right now? How do you do the League SBC method? If you want the League SBC method, I'll put that in chat right now, !grind. If you want the trading method with it, that's the newest video on our channel. And it should be in the trading playlist now too. You're only happy when they win? Plastic, you should be more than happy. Yeah, my bad. I got Bandon can start money on a new account, but I have a welcome back packs. Any idea how I can get 200 to 300K in time for the Neymar? And for how long will Neymar be available? I'm not sure how long he'll be here, but if you want to grind for him or make coins getting ready for him, I'll look at our trading playlist, mate. Flipping League SBC Silvers is a really good way of making coins. How many Prem Silvers do you have? We have... Here, I can take a look. Let's do this guy first. Let's put him into an SBC. And then after we put him into SBC, we'll sell our investments. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, so those are in. What else can we throw in? There you go. We have, I think, 70 cards in our club from silvers and bronzes. We can list them for 2K right now, I believe. I might look individually at the players. Imagine doing the flashback. Just pack his gold. I think I'll bid and sell libs to make coins and use the profit to do BPM and do the League SBC. Yeah, up to you, man. Do it however you want. Yeah, for people. So my thing is, a lot of people want him for Stoner. A lot of people want the flashback image of Santos. A lot of people love the idea of him getting SBC. But if he's going to be the same position, I honestly think it's just one of those things where you just get his gold card, for being honest. Like, the stats still look good. But if it's around the price of his gold card, just get his gold card, man. Can you craft the icon pack? Because the 80 player pack is gone. Yeah, you just go to League SBCs instead. So anytime there's a repeatable SBC out, you can use repeatable SBCs to help you. But when they're gone, you can do gold upgrades, League SBC to League SBC. So one of the things in the video we talked about, if you watched our Mid-Air Prime video, is we talked about how you want to use a League SBC to essentially build you golds to then put into the player pick at the time or whatever repeatable. You want to do the same thing, but instead of putting the common and rare golds into repeatables, you put them into League SBCs. So like we're doing the Prem right now, but if you got a bunch of ones from, let's say La Liga, if you wanted to go through and do La Liga, you could. If he isn't a center forward, it's a waste. I think he's confirmed to be a left wing, right? Which, if that's the case, that's kind of stupid. The only reason to do him should be if he's the center forward, yeah. Any idea what squads Neymar is going to be? Nope, I would assume you're going to need some sort of inform. I'd assume a Brazilian and or a League One card would be needed. Most likely a Brazilian. So I'll kind of get ready with fodder too. Probably need some informs. So if you see higher rated informs, if they're still down in price, you can pick some of those up. Yes, Mumbo. What's up, buddy? I think he could be part of the R9 SBC. So, I'm just curious. What makes you think he could potentially be part of the R9 SBC? Having him be like a Brazilian pairing? Because they did it for father and son. That'd be interesting if they did do that. Imagine it's 5 squads. He's R9's son. Who knows? People are going to buy the SBC just for the cool image. I mean, that's always the case for the most part. People will always buy something. Do you think a future star would be needed? Do you think it would kind of be like the Benzema flashback where you're going to need a special card from the current promo? I mean, there's already one out right now where you need a future star for the SBC. So maybe they do that too and it goes even more up in price. No way he's a part of the R9. You want everyone seeing the SBC and doing it? Well, EA more than anything, they want people to have as little fodder as possible, as little coins as possible as Team of the Year and other promos approach. Their goal is to get you to not stay liquid. And any opportunity they can send you down that path, they will. So like me, I'm probably not going to do him unless it's essentially for content. But the issue with something like a Neymar is you know exactly what you're getting. So it wouldn't be as good of a content as, such as a Mid or Prime that we'll be doing today. Well, hopefully, dude. We should be able to get it done. You saw my finder for a mid or prime pack and got mid huggy? LMAO, my icon pack is horrible. Yeah, I would never send your whole club to get an icon randomized. That's never a really good idea unless you're perfectly fine with losing everything. It just takes infinitely longer to build back. Icon packs are a scam. This time around, the amount of people who got R9s has been crazy, though. Why'd I need the Neymar anyways? You're getting prime R9 from the pack tonight. Facts. I mean, there's no reason I need a Neymar for my club personally. I play with the AC Milan one. At best, he would be a super sub. Do I keep bidding on libs so I have hundreds of dupes? I'm still planning on selling during early hours with minimal supply. That's up to you, mate. I'm switching up the method a little bit tonight because I'm more going to make packs right now and go down a little bit in coins. I'm just bidding on everything, selling some duplicates and buying some cards. And if it gets to a point where we're really starting to get low, we'll do a huge investment back. But I don't want to have a full transfer list tonight. I'm going to see if we can try a new way about it. What do you mean Neymar went on trial at AC Milan when he was 5? You know what? I believe Neymar flew through the airspace of Milan at some point in his life, right? Honestly, with the profit we make from these, or not even profit, the coins we get back from these, we could just essentially buy out the icon tonight. We're going to put our, we have some fodder ready to go, but we're going to need to get some more. We sold some walkouts that we had tradable. I really need to make some coins for Mbappe as Icardi is complete cheeks. Only have 458k though. Any tips? Yep. I'll link the trading playlist. I would look at trading / investments. I would look at flipping libs, silver league SBC cards in general. And then if you want some investments, I'd look at top nation silver rares for super low, bronze rares top nations for 150, and just stack up your club while you're doing other trading. All right, a bunch of these are going to take most of the time to sell, so that will be a little wait. I'm going to put these down to 400 now. This is going to be the new thing I do. Instead of lazy listing for 4, or instead of just listing everything at 500, I'm going to list everything tonight for 400 because if it sells quicker, sweet. If the price goes down, the bid's going to go down too. So we'll keep it cheap on bid. FIFA Bros, what's up, buddy? How'd your stream end up finishing, man? How'd, did your Champs luck turn around a little bit? In Champs, Final Fakir pushed me to the edge. Bro, I'm telling everyone, my thing this Weekend League, just watching people play Weekend League, is just, I will pray for your mental health because gameplay looks just atrocious. Neymar is Brazilian, so the fake passport merchant. Both of them played cam and left wing, so Neymar counts for the Milan past and present. Yeah, we'll find a way to justify. Play 3-5-2. Is that the new meta? 3-5-2? Went well, thanks. Just gave up on Champs this week. Can't go through the stress. I just don't understand why so many people play Champs. Hey, Inform, let's take it. I understand the appeal to it. I understand the rewards. I understand why people want to do it. But my goodness, I just could never handle it. Personally, giving up your weekend to be stressed just doesn't sound fun. He's 77 rated and tradable. Calm down. Hey, listen. I will forever be excited for anything that we get through a League SBC grind. Is there a reason why quite a few common golds are up right now? Is it the daily SBC? Because I was going to save these until... what? The new repeatable? If they're at 700, we might as well sell them. Calm down, he's like 10K? Steven, I will unmod you right now if you tell me to calm down. One more time. Try me. Just kidding. Don't try me. I'm not going to do anything. Focus on Liber MLS. That is up to you, mate. I think the MLS is good. It gets you more rare gold players. But I think ultimately the Lib, in terms of the tradable packs, are better. In terms of the ability to flip cards for profit is better. The amount of people bidding on them, way less. It makes sense. But honestly, whatever you enjoy the most. I'm only after finishing off squad battles. Only reason I played battles was because of the token. Yeah. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Another inform. I'm not even going to show the slightest bit of happiness, right? Oh, cool. We packed an in for him. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. He's going for 12K. Any trading tip right now? Yep. I'll link you my trading playlist, mate. Those are all the tips we've used this year. We had a new video go up today on the Libertadores if you're wondering how we make coins on this. In terms of a trading tip, not in terms of the League SBC. League SBC is a separate video. Okay. Lopez, Pearson. Should we do this team? We need a Spurs player. Do we even have Spurs players? Is that even a thing? Oh, we do. Nice. Gerson, are you driving a car, mate? Yeah, I am. Dude, I feel bad that we never used David. We have him just sitting here. Klaus we really don't use anymore. Paqueta, we got him done. We barely ever use him. We should really have him start in our AC Milan past and present. Botman is just Botman. Alright, what can we get here? That. Got that. Got that. Got that. And we just need one more, right? You think Reed can drive? I'm an okay driver. I'm colorblind though, so it's hard to see which light it is, which makes parts of driving difficult. Do I have a trading server? If you guys want to join my Discord, it's a free Discord. There's trading. There's a trading section to it. There's a pack pull section to it. A team section to it if you want to post your team in there. If you want League SBC help, there's a section there. Plenty of different things. You don't have to pay a penny. Canada's better than USA. Hey, listen. According to what? Let me look at the ratings. I think we're 13th in the world. The FIFA World Cup rankings. We are... Or FIFA World Rankings. We are 13th. Senegal. Senegal coming off of a wonderful victory is 18th. Belgium's number 1. Brazil's 2. France. Mexico's ahead of us. They're 12th. I think there's an updated one too that's even... Do they have Poutine, though? We do not have Poutine. Well, we do, but not at the level Canada does. You know Dirty Soda from Juice? Yes. She do coconut Coca-Cola. How often do you give trading tips? How many days are we into FIFA? I don't know. We have over 100 videos of trading tips, and we've been... What are we, like halfway through the game cycle? So quite a few. How much did you pay for it? It's off of points. So with World Cup qualified and stuff, I think those points are heavily accounted for, which makes sense. I've had Dupe untradeable Busquets for like 3 days now, waiting for Bale. But now Neymar is supposedly meant to come out, so I'll do him. Dude, I'm telling you, they are going to want you to put your coins and fodder into everything, man. Everything. You're slurking? No worries, bud. Is that a striker to center forward? Oh, money pack. Let's get it. You thought you were talking about Putin? No, Putin. The food. Doesn't make sense. America is playing teams like Bolivia in World Cup qualification. How are you guys not first? Many different things. One, we can never get a lineup correct. Berhalter's always doing different lineups. We have a mix of like 3 different teams, I like calling it. So, in the past, the way the United States national team has kind of always functioned is we have 3 kind of squad selections. You have the, what I would call the MLS All-Stars. The people who play in the MLS are United States citizens and are playing for the national team, representing us. You have the national team, where everyone who plays overseas essentially gets in, where you have everyone from whether they play Bundesliga, La Liga, Prem, all of them are fitting into a squad. And then you have the third team, which is the youth, let's try you out, where he puts a lot of youth players in. We have not gone like the right mix in a lot of different games. Unless I've no All-Stars, bro, you are going to be, in the next couple of years, heck, even this year once cards update, you're going to have a couple different walkouts from the MLS. And over the years, you're going to have so many boards and walkouts from the MLS. MLS is getting better, both domestically with Americans and internationally with people coming in to get a bag right before they retire. It's going to be the new reality, man. What's the lowest amount you can do the lib with doing your method? I have 20K. I want to do it once I see what I get. Well, it depends what you put into it. So if you're storing things in your club, 20K is going to get you maybe, what? If you're bidding 250, is that 100 players deep into your club? So you're probably going to have to do the thing where you bid, you sell a group of them, and then you store like 1 or 2 here. U.S. fodder. That'd be awesome. We're building our USA team right now. You guys want to look at it? Mumbo, how much did your coins cost? The past 4 months of my life, mate. That's how much they cost. Look at this USA team we're making. We almost can have a full special USA team. We've seen some defenders, some center backs. Are we missing anyone? Put White in. We can put Libin Sud cards in. Wait. Should we do a Libin Sud card anytime there's a special card? Yeah. The Pele of the MLS. Facts. He's actually had a really good season. Shame he's wasting his career. What do you think? So, besides money, because obviously, if you're looking at the CSL, if you're looking at MLS, and you get thrown a... Oh, why did I select the MLS? If you get thrown a big bag, that can be a very big reason why you want to go somewhere. What do you guys think the other reasons would be that players that you feel play well in top leagues would want to go to the MLS? Besides money. I see it as a couple different things. One, I see them getting ahead of potentially where they could be in the next couple of years. Like if they feel like they're kind of at their peak and they want to be the face of a league, making a transition while you're still kind of in your prime, being able to be maybe one of the best that's ever been in the MLS, also then have a long contract where you're guaranteed, hey, I'm going to be here for the next 5 years at least. And then two, like you live in the United States, which is much crap as you guys give the United States. A lot of people want to live in the United States for different reasons, or if you're in Canada for different reasons. Like I know LA, a lot of people want to go to LA because of the marketing opportunities and the celebrities there and stuff. There's no point of going to the MLS besides money. I highly disagree. Nobody wants their kids to go to do school shooting drills? Guess they do. Guess that's something they'll put up with, mate. Alright, which team do we have? If I go to the Walmart one day and see Insigne, I'm shooting bricks. Being in Toronto, I'd flip. Dude, honestly, it's the same in the Midwest. Like, if you go to Illinois, you go near Chicago, and you see someone, I'd be like, holy cow. Like, if I went, which I would never probably go downtown Chicago, but if I was in, like, outskirts of Chicago, and I saw Shaqiri at a bar, my goodness, I'd lose my mind. Wilmer Calvert-Lewin. Winner L. That card has scored against me so many times. Reed, I don't think you understand that there are many much better countries than America. The American media brainwashes you. I don't think you were here for my conversation earlier. When I was talking about last night, we were having this exact conversation with my friends. How everyone, or a lot of people in the United States, think the United States is the best place ever, but there's so many places that you can go to that are amazing. Whether to live or to experience. England ATL is probably more passionate fans than the MLS. I mean, we call it soccer, so there's that. Once we get over that hurdle, we can fight the other ones. Which I find it so funny. I would love if football, aka soccer, became the main sport in the United States, if it was just called soccer still, and like Americans became the best in the world, I would find that so hilarious. I don't think it would happen, but I would find that so funny. Jen Barnes used to go to South Africa because of the FC fan club. My dad met him here. Not even Mumbo is so deluded he can say the atmosphere is as good in the MLS. Okay, here's the thing. You said I wasn't going to speak on this, but I'll actually give a point to this. I think you guys will blindly hate on anything the United States okay. How can I word this in a way to not trigger people? You guys make fun of the United States for not caring about the sport, right? But then when people in the United States make an effort to not only care about the sport, but appreciate it, especially England clubs, do you know how many bars and cities will have meetups where people will literally wake up at like 5 in the morning to go to these bars to watch their favorite European teams play and support them? They go out of their way to show their love, and you will just shit on them constantly. Absolutely shit on them. You can shit on the United States as a whole and look to see, hey, they call it soccer here or there. Sweet. But so many of Americans show so much love and passion for the sport, and you'll just shit on them. Where it's like, even if they do support your team, you don't give a shit because they're American. Just be honest about it. Yeah, the sport's not as popular in terms of other sports here in the United States, but I don't think you realize the demographics of the United States. How many people actually support the sport. And like, I'm fine with it. If you want to call me American and make all the jokes in the world, I've heard them all. But when you actively shit on the people that are supporting your so-and-so clubs, that you make fun of me saying that like supporting players is never a thing that you should do before supporting clubs, that's the ultimate thing, is club loyalty. If these people will have so much club loyalty to your club, why actively shit on them? Oh, no, I would understand why it triggers you to hear someone call it soccer. I get it. But do you know how... Understand the people you're talking to. The people who are calling it soccer and doing it out of a place of not understanding aren't even going to be having these conversations in the first place. The people who actually respect the sport, maybe call it football or support your teams, aren't the ones you're beefing with. But you lump them in, and it feels like you're just shitting on them. That's at least what, as an American, it comes across as. Like, you don't care what any Americans do. You have this stereotype of they're the worst people in the world, and nothing that an American could do would ever be good enough for you guys. And honestly, if you wanted people in the United States to support the sport and call it football and to show like love and passion for it, maybe not shitting on them constantly would be a good thing to do, because that's not very welcoming. Like, I find it amazing that Europeans want to come play into the MLS. Because if you look at the MLS even like 10 years ago, how different it's become and how much more popular in the United States it's become and how much the sport has grown. Not at the rate to have the percentage of Americans love the sport as maybe like the percentage of people from England love it, but there's different things. United States, the sport is still a sport. It's not a culture. Once it becomes culture, it's a different conversation. I'm new. Jack, welcome, buddy. Oh, we didn't use Mings. I hate it here. All I have to say is man versus food was considered a sport for quite some time in America. Mumbo, what can I do? I have 86 coins. Quadruple your coins by playing a game of FIFA, mate. But if you actually need trading tips, I'll link the trading playlist. No one is hating Big Man. Just said the atmosphere. No. And that's why I want to separate the comments. You saying the atmosphere thing, I completely get as a different conversation. But what I will say is a lot of people will blatantly just shit on Americans and shit on our idea of the sport, when in reality, don't you want us to appreciate it more? Because if it's the case where you don't want us to appreciate it, fine, mind your own business. But if you actually want to get people to, let's say, if you're triggered by people calling it soccer, you should be all in favor of Americans wanting to not only understand the sport better, but maybe have better players over there that they can see in person. And maybe that would help them understand the sport better or love it more. Because someone like an Insigne, right? Maybe not Insigne is a top player in the world, but if he comes to the United States and he goes to Canada, in Canada, he might be a legend. He might be an icon, right? That's a completely different view that those people have of him that maybe in Italy, they don't have as much. I still think a lot of people in Italy love him, absolutely love him. I'm not trying to take that away from Italian people, but do you understand like the point I'm going for? Like it's much bigger than just a paycheck. They have a opportunity to change the culture of the sport in the United States for the better that you guys would argue for, right? Especially European influence. If you have a bunch of United States people calling it soccer, that's one thing. But if you have a bunch of Europeans coming over calling it football, that changes that too completely. Like Beckham, yeah. Like, what are your guys' thoughts on Beckham? He's, I believe, an owner of Inter Miami, right? So is he disrespecting the sport by owning a team that calls it soccer in its league? I don't know. To be honest, I really don't care. Because I think his influence outdoes anything that people just talking shit would ever do. How much do you think the Neymar will be? I don't know. I'm assuming he'll be decently expensive for the quality of card. Off topic, the mood here. My defense was my strong point, but since last 2-3 days, my defenders seem like they can't intercept anymore. So, okay. If you guys feel like your team's trash, I think it's more gameplay than your team's actually trash. Give it some time. Don't just like do a bunch of upgrade SBCs. And don't do a bunch of SBCs for players you think are going to be better. I would wait it out to see if gameplay gets a little better. Because my players feel absolutely in the mud. You should always call it football. But you got to see, in the United States, it's called soccer and we have American football. So calling it football right now would just confuse everyone. That's the thing. There's no easy transition to that. Even if you want people to call it football, you're just going to confuse everyone. Insigne Toronto card is going in my FIFA 23 squad immediately. Dude, I am going to make a MLS squad. 100%. Coming to Toronto is big. When Giovinco went to Toronto, it was a really big movement. Wasn't he the one who very much told them to do that? Wasn't he like the guy who helped them make that decision and said he'd love it? Okay, because another question. Let me read these comments first, and then I have a genuine question for you guys, because this is a point of discussion that I feel like people just shit on but don't understand either. Or I'm misunderstanding your point of view. But let me read this first. Best at free kicks. Should always call it football. I don't like Beckham. He was a United player. No one is being real when they act annoyed at people calling it soccer. No one cares. I highly doubt that's fake, though, because a lot of people actually do care. A lot of people get triggered. You might not, or you might troll as you do, but a lot of people actually get triggered that they call it soccer. What's the best stream method to do right now from 120K to 200K? Lib flipping, buddy. When I'm in school, everyone calls it soccer, but I say football, and they think I'm talking about American football. Yeah, it's a thing where also you're meeting people where they're at, right? If you, for example, no matter what the language is spoken or where you are in the world, if your goal is to get people to love a sport, you might have to meet them where they're at. So instead of insulting them for calling it soccer, it might be a good opportunity to speak about your love and admiration for the sport and the people who play it to get them to a position where they might want to check it out, right? And then the more they love and appreciate the sport or the people who call it football, maybe then that's when they change their mind and say, hey, like, there's a history to the sport I didn't even understand. I'm calling it football. 100%. Well, fun fact, soccer originated in Oxford, England. That it was called soccer in Oxford, England, or what? Then those people need to get a grip. I don't care either way. I'm English. It's coming home. Doesn't bother me. I'm from the UK. Mumbo, I'm going to call your football American soccer now, okay? Whatever. It's weird when I hear the word soccer, but I don't really care. I didn't understand what I get in the grind SBC. I think I didn't get coins. Dr. Colosso, if you're talking about the method I'm linking in chat, the Libertadores one, and you're not making coins, make sure you're selling on tradable players. Make sure you're selling on contracts, and make sure you're bidding enough where you're able to flip a lot of the libs. Because that's where a lot of your profit comes from. We currently have 300 plus K sitting in our club worth of consumables we just haven't sold on yet. That's already on top of... What did we start the day on? Were we at 6.3K today? So we're almost up 200K today off of doing the lib and marquee matchups with lib untradables. Giovinco's back in the Serie A. Canada has a huge Italian influence, especially where I'm from. Yep, agreed. Also, huge parts of Wisconsin, which is close to the border with Canada. Huge Italian, German influence in those areas. Asian American players go into the MLS or Toronto Raptors. The influence of the players joining the team brings in new people too. Yes, yes. It might shock you guys, but the United States is a cultural mixing pot. It's not just a bunch of white Americans that people like to stereotype it as. There are a bunch of different cultures that love the sport as well. Some countries call it football or football. Yeah. Reed, the real question is, how can we in Ireland call it football when we have Gaelic football too? You guys can't call it football when you have American football. I don't know what people expect from me. If I'm talking to you guys and I call it football, I understand why I'm saying football, and I understand that you guys understand it. If I'm talking to Joe Schmo, who sat the bench of JV American football at my school, and he's making fun of me for being a field fairy, even though I'm actually playing on the field that he sits on the sidelines for to cheer his team on. What I don't understand is like how me saying football is going to help that conversation. I would rather meet him where he's at and help him understand why the sport is actually fun and why they might enjoy it. But no, so my question I had for you guys, let's see if I can remember it now. Shoot. Oh, yeah. So this was my question, because it seems like there's a bunch of different responses when I ask this, and I'm genuinely curious. What is the difference in people's minds when a player switches leagues and they say that player is washed up, their career was over with anyways, now they're going to cash out money, versus that player still has time to play at the top level, they're going to a league where they're going to get an absolute bag, but it's a shame they had so much more to give? What's like the difference there in your guys' heads? Because if I was a player, right, and you know you're going to go to a place where not only are you respected, you can play phenomenally well, even if you have time left at your prime level, I would see that as a much better thing than waiting until people maybe considered me washed up and said, yeah, it makes sense he's moving there. They're washed up. Now they can get a bag. Like, it seems like they're going to get crap regardless. Shouldn't they do what they think's best for their career at the end of the day? Obviously, people are going to have a right to be upset one way or another anyways. That's always going to happen, but it seems like a lot of players, they care about the bag. Like a lot of Brazilians who go play in, culturally, a lot of Brazilians who go play in the CSL, they're not doing it because they think their career is over. They're doing it because a lot of them came from the slums of Brazil and they are providing for their family. So if getting a unlimited amount of money going to the CSL might get some fans upset at them that they think they just went for the money, sweet. They now can get all their family plus a lot more friends on their payroll and get them to live lives that they want them to have and be happy. What's wrong with that? I think Neymar will be probably at least 150 to 200K. What is his gold card at? Like, I think it's going to be in the range where you might as well just buy his gold card if it's the same position. Yeah, football's a job like others. You want the most money from your job as possible, no problem. My respect goes down when you still are a class player until you don't perform and go to the MLS and still get a few more good years from there. Bro Mumbo speaks facts. Mumbo, what are future stars you have packed? I'll show you guys the ones I have in my club. What conversation did we join into? Just a bunch of different things with football. Oh, we can't see it from here, can we? I think we had a duplicate Botman too. Icepack Tor's normal gold card, is that correct? Should it not be his feature stars? Was he in Team 1? They were on Team 2 now. Or am I thinking of a different guy? Or is it an air? I don't know. Just people hate on USA football. A player would be stupid turning down an unlimited amount of money. It's just people struggle to see the money side and just look at the actual football side. Yep. And I understand the frustration for people's love of a player and then seeing them leave. That's never easy. I completely get it. But that would be a case where I think family and taking care of them is more important. It won't let you become a member? Does the link not work? Or what? This all came from me saying Big Man was wrong for saying MLS atmosphere was the same. Oh, I never even answered that question. I don't think it's the same as the Prem, but a lot of MLS teams have amazing atmospheres. Now, when I say amazing, I'm referencing where it used to be versus where it is now. A lot of them have huge fan bases who come to the games, all decked out. If you go to a Portland Timbers game, they have a whole section where every time there's a goal scored, they have a lumberjack literally cutting wood into pieces. And then after the game, if they win, they have them hold up the pieces of wood in front of their section. They're going crazy. There's smoke everywhere. There's chants going on. Like, it's big for the United States, and it's getting bigger. I don't think you need to relate it to the Prem to get a point across that it's an amazing atmosphere. The comparison is where people will start arguing. You can't argue the fact that it's a fun atmosphere. Well, maybe if you hate going to football/soccer games, you might, but I see it as a good thing. Players moving to the MLS in China raises the level of the leagues and the interest of football in them countries. Exactly, that's where I come from. It was like that with me when Coutinho was going to Barca. Down under 300K. His striker card was part of the Team 1. He has a right wing card with Team 2. Okay, so maybe that's an EA Air then. When you hit join, nothing comes up. Maybe I put a different link in. Let me try real quick. If I hit join. Are you on mobile or are you on PC? Because PC it pops up for me. But if you're on mobile, maybe it doesn't work on there. I think all memberships are discounted 20% this month, I believe. Or the first time you become a member in general, it's discounted. All right, we got to keep grinding, dudes. We've been talking way too much. I'll keep talking, but I need to try to balance. Can we just talk about how Zlatan went to the MLS, left the MLS, and is still playing at the highest levels of football? How crazy that is. Mobile? Yeah, it might be a mobile issue. If you're watching in the YouTube app, you might have to go to like Google Chrome or Safari and log in through there and see if that works. When is Bale coming out? I am not sure, bro. You think he left in better form, but that was because he was playing against MLS teams, which resulted in him scoring a lot. Hey, guys, do me a favor. I was going to announce this later, but if you guys haven't joined the Discord already, I'll put the Discord in chat. But one thing I want you guys to do, if you're in the Discord, or if you want to be a part of this, I am for fun, not a series, not as a stream thing right now. For fun, I've started a career mode. Last year it became a meme because I did a video series where I did a Sunderland Till I Die career mode. And it took 2 episodes to me stop doing it because I did sim matches. We made it to the playoffs, and we lost the playoff finals in Sunderland fashion. And then I just didn't want to play anymore. Now, I made a new one this year because I was watching people play career mode. And it seemed like a lot of fun. So I did a super high amount of money influx to AC Milan. And I thought it'd be fun to get community players in here. What I mean by community players is, as us as an elite army community, we all have favorite players. I love Thiago Silva. I know that Pastor Fred loves Fred in chat. I know Beak loves Dybala. Some people like Mbappe. I just thought he'd be fun to get in. Rebic, the meme that I look like Rebic, we got him in here, and he's playing phenomenal. He's leading the Serie A in goal scoring. If this is something that you'd love to see us like buy players that are your favorite, feel free to comment in this section. Who should I buy next in my AC Milan career mode? Put your guys' suggestions in here and we'll get those for in the future. And then we might stream it at some point, or like towards the end of streams, we might play like a game or something with it. But I was thinking later in the year we could actually do like a proper career mode. Sunderland until they lose. No, I was just getting sick of the simming. If I would have played, I think that would have been different. I'm actually playing now, and it's pretty fun. Buy Keller for keeper? I was going to get a bunch of Americans and a bunch of Sunderland players to be like our youth. I thought that would be fun. Yeah, if you put it in chat right now, I'm not going to remember it, but if you put it in that section, I can look through there when I'm making the team. Hold up, I don't love Fred. I think he's terrible. Sure, man. Yeah, don't put what you want to see me have in this chat. Put it in the Discord career mode chat. I will not remember in here. I say in Discord that he did financial takeover. Yeah, why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I want to do financial takeover? I'm not trying to do it to make it as hard as possible. I got drunk with friends and I wanted to have as much fun as possible. I think we should have one player each so we aren't spamming Mumbo with every player in the world. I mean, you can put whatever you want in there. It doesn't mean I'm going to get everyone, but I'm going to see who people want the most. And I was going to get David, but we couldn't get him. He was too important to his club, so we couldn't sign him. He was in my signing block. And then we had Hernandez, so we didn't need a left back. That's why we got a tall at right back. He was the only defender we needed. I thought getting someone that wasn't a stereotypical Hakimi or Prem right back would be a good idea. You got Nesta from your mid or prime? Did you get his mid or prime? And MLS is a retirement home. At least players can actually get big league experience. So when it comes to genuine question for England people in here, I understand how your leagues function, all your different divisions, right? We've had the conversation of where the MLS would fall. MLS teams would fall on that scale of competition. But genuine question, if you look at the England leagues that, let's say, are worse off than the MLS, or teams in the England leagues that are worse off than the MLS, would you consider those retirement homes too for, let's say, England players who go back there? So like Defoe, right? He left, he went to Scotland. Now he's coming back to help Sunderland, I believe, in his final season, try to get promoted. I would consider him playing back in EFL League One a like last act to help a club that's done so much for him and that he's had so much history at. I don't know necessarily if I would consider that a retirement. But like, let's say younger players who are going up through the system and playing at those smaller teams. How would you consider them? Scotland forever. Do you think if I start in RTG, I'll complete the Neymar? Depends on how much time he's here for, man. Defoe went to Toronto FC too. He was a GOAT. Dude, I love Defoe so much. Amazing guy. How can I make coins with Neymar Flashback? You can invest in fodder for him. You can try to predict like the teams that people will use for it. You can do League SBCs, and that way anything that you pack tradable, you can then put into, or not put into, you can sell in the market for a premium because people are going to be causing fodder to go up when they do him. You could open packs and get untradeable players so you could save coins so you wouldn't have to buy those players off the market. There's a bunch of stuff you can do. We'll probably have a repeatable SBC in the next couple days, whether that's a player pick, whether that's like an 81 double upgrade, whatever that might be. Investing in common golds and rare golds for things like that could not only save you coins, but could make you coins if you sell a lot of them and then keep some to make some upgrade packs. If you pack something crazy out of those, that could be put into the fodder for Neymar, which saves you more coins there. You could open the Neymar packs that will most likely be tradable. If you pack something out of there, that's even more coins. There's a bunch of different ways that could help. No, because they're better than the MLS, and it's not just for the paycheck. I think the MLS falls between the 4th tier and the 3rd tier of English football. I guess I wouldn't really be able to fairly assess where they go. I think they would fall between the 3rd tier and the 2nd tier. I think there's quite a few teams that would be able to compete in the championship. Or at the bottom of the Prem, the top ones. But like the average MLS team, I think is a mid-table championship or a high-tier no, an average or a sucky MLS team is probably, yeah, right where you put them. Yeah, the MLS, it's hard because it's not balanced in the MLS. You have some all-star teams, then you have some crappy ones. It's hard to assess it perfectly. I think you could have some of the top MLS teams that would not only compete with the top of the championship, they could be like one of the lower Prem teams. You have some teams that would be outrageously bad if you threw them in the England circuit, and they'd probably be mid-table in the 4th league. You'd have some that would be like Sunderland, playoffs, 3rd division. I don't think it's accurate to really assign them anything. No, Steven, I'm not saying... Steven, an top MLS team could compete with relegation Prem teams. I don't think that's an awful statement to say. If you look at Prem teams that are, whether just getting from the championship, getting promoted to the Prem, or in the Prem and absolutely struggling bottom table, you don't think there's a chance that an MLS team could compete with them? I'm not saying them could compete with Liverpool. I'm saying from the standpoint of individual teams. I'm not saying them playing in the Prem either. I'm saying specifically fighting against the teams that are in relegation zone. They would make me be able to beat them. I don't think that's controversial at all. I don't think it'd even be a small chance. I think they'd have a decent chance. Yeah, okay, maybe I'm wrong. We would never know unless they played each other. But I also think you guys have the worst possible view of the MLS and don't understand how much talent is in the MLS too. I think it goes both ways. I think if you live in the United States or you watch MLS closely, you have an idea. Or if you only watch England teams, you have an idea. You're right. I probably have no idea how good a Burnley-esque team could do against an MLS. But I don't think in the same right, you guys would know how well an MLS team would do against Burnley in the sense of how in-depth you know about the players or certain positions or where they'd struggle, where they do well. They wouldn't even have to play Brexit ball. Do you think I could craft the mid or prime tonight if I have 120 libs, 70k and some fodder? Possibly, man. Dude, we have made... Wait, what did we sell? How did we get to 6.5? Weren't we just... Am I... Oh, all the Prem cards sold. That's why. I was like, where did those coins come from? I agree with you, Mumbo. I get MLS football. They have talent, but the coaches also... Oh, yeah, no. If we're talking about coaches, it's a completely different world. I can agree with that statement. Coaches in the United States versus coaches in England. Not even competition. Essentially, the requirements for being an MLS coach are you either did really well at the college level and or you at some point were involved in the United States national team, whether as a player or a coach of some sorts, and did an awful job and you got sent down to the MLS. But I do think management, coaches grow with the league. So as the league gets better, as the players get better, I think coaches get better too. I think that's a crucial investment that they'll have to make at the next step. And you might see a lot of European coaches start going to the MLS because they see that too. Feel top of the championship for the best MLS team is very fair. English teams are very well coached now. Yeah, but I view top championship and bottom Prem as like the same thing, right? Because essentially the teams that are getting promoted are then Prem teams. So if you looked at a top championship one season and then looked at them the next season in the Prem without any additional purchases, they're essentially the same team. So it's just how you word it at that point. And the way I worded it was a team getting relegated from the Prem. Okay, so one thing we kind of did as a community is we started watching the Indian Super League. At least last year we did. We haven't watched as much this year, but we've kind of been keeping up with like the stats of where the people rank in the league. If you guys are from Europe, I urge you, whatever way you can, try to keep up with the MLS and or watch highlights of MLS games. It's obviously not going to be the level of top England football, but I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised on how much talent is not only in the MLS, but will be coming to European teams in the future. Because as much as you guys call it a retirement league, there are a lot of people who start their careers in the MLS and go on to play for your favorite teams at some point. And or will in the future as well. Best MLS team equals Blackbird? Yeah, I probably agree. Yeah. Livaja! GG. Vanso Davies played in the MLS. Where is he at now? One of the best, if not the best left back in the world. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, that's why he says basically all, because it's not a one-size-fits-all. Davies is an exception, and that's your only example. No, quite a few Americans or people who play in the MLS are now actively going to teams around the world. I think playing at the level of Bayern, you're not seeing that again right now. I think the only maybe equivalent, no, I don't think there is an equivalent, but what I'm saying is the next couple of years, that's going to be more and more common, that at least you're going to have people going to the top leagues, maybe not playing for the top teams, but then after a couple of years in the top leagues, they'll play for top teams. Calm down. I didn't freak out. No, we got him. Oh, is he a duplicate? No. Good thing we're doing the icon back. I really need to put a list together of all the people who have gone to different teams outside the MLS, went from the MLS to another team, and or were American and went to a different team. Because there's quite a few Americans playing overseas right now that even I look at, I'm like, I didn't realize they made that jump. Where is it? It's in the live section. Mid or prime? Make sure we're doing the right one. Okay, so we need team of the week in this one. MLS 11 versus Championship 11. I would love to see that. That'd be a fun thing to watch. The MLS does an All-Stars thing against top teams, but it's more of an expedition match. So they'll take like the MLS top 11 and they'll play against Juve or something. It's still viewed as a rich people sport. That's the thing about it being a sport versus being a culture. That's a huge issue, is not the price to start playing the sport, because you can play football, aka American soccer, at a decent level with not having a lot of money, but taking it to the next step and being viewed by like college coaches or recruitment people, near impossible unless you're just a world-class player. But a lot of people need time to develop into world-class players, and they might not have the opportunities to have that happen. All right, let's do this. Let's do... How many gold rares can we throw in here? That's the perfect amount? Okay. So anytime we get a duplicate, will be when we buy something. Okay? If it's reasonable. Like spending 34K after we've gone up like 250K coins today. 35K, 34 point, whatever. I think that's reasonable. MK, what's up, buddy? How'd your stream end up going, mate? MK, you entered into the most political we've ever gotten in the stream. We're talking about football, aka American soccer. How the MLS is viewed, where they'd rank in Europe, specifically in countries like England in their system. Can there be good MLS players, or how many good MLS players end up playing at the highest levels? Do they go to top teams? Bunch of different discussions happening right now. Well, I think what you're going to see happening, so this is my prediction for the MLS, which kind of holds true to the way it kind of is now. The best teams, or the most well-funded teams that you're going to see for years to come, are going to be the ones that have connections to European clubs. And what they're going to do is, I think there's going to be some sort of funnel where a lot of these players are either going to get paid well to be in the MLS, get their experience, and then get called up to these bigger clubs around the world. I think that's going to be a very common thing that happens more and more with the MLS. Last, what did you say? Reed, try and tell me that Big Man's last message is anywhere near okay to have in the stream. What do you say? The MLS coaches are the issue. If any of the top tier coaches coached in the MLS, you'd get a top tier team. I don't agree with that statement, but I agree with, if you get top tier coaches, the level of play gets better and you get players who would develop to be top team players. I don't think that's wrong. I think saying that, if he's saying that the only solution you need is to get a top tier coach, therefore you'd have a top tier team, I think I would disagree with that, but I would agree with top tier coaches, especially getting like the younger American players or MLS players to then be under those coaches for a couple of years, to then pull a Davies and go play for like Bayern or something. I think that would become more and more common. But one of the reasons you don't see that as more and more common is people like Davies are naturally athletic, super pacey, fast, and they had some good coaching that helped them get to that next level. It's a little bit of the both. But if you start putting athletic kids with great coaches, a great youth program, that's a whole nother thing that we have to discuss. You put all that together, I think you have a lot of the missing pieces that creates talent at a young age. Because I think you can also look at a funnel too of where your career goes at a certain age. I think it's possible that people later in their years, we've seen Vardy do it, start a little later in life or not get to the top levels until a later age. We've seen Mendy, the goalkeeper, do it too, in terms of like the clubs and the progression he went through to end up where he did. Conte, what he had to go through to get to the top level. You see all these people take different routes that are different than the normal route. But I think in the MLS, one of the issues you have is, if you're an MLS player who played at the college level in the United States, the steps leading up to that were set in stone way before. So, for example, I could name, not name, but I know or have played with at least 50 guys when I was in high school going to youth development academies, going to top Division I schools, going to all these combines where you're playing with this top talent, MLS caliber players. my club would play clubs from other states where you would literally be playing the Chicago Fire's quote-unquote youth academy, their parent clubs. You would be playing these people all the time, and a lot of the time, the reason those people were on the team, one, they had to have some sort of skill or potential. That's fair. That's a given. But there were a lot of people who had even more potential or even more skill than them that didn't get in simply because money was a factor. Their parents and their family didn't have the money to be able to play at that level. So from an early age, as early as I would say 10, in my case, it was around the age of 10 where I made that leap to go to the next level. If you don't have money at that age, where I was blessed that I was able to kind of play for whatever club I wanted to in my state, even though it wasn't as expensive as some of the other ones, it's still, travel American soccer is pretty expensive. If you don't have money at that age, or you're not set up to have your career, your future kind of ready by the age of probably 10 to 12, the chance that you're going to be on one of those top league teams in your state by the age of 12 to 15 is very low. There are some people who go through the cracks, but at that point, if you're not getting scouted by college coaches, if you don't have good connections with your club directly to those college coaches, the chance you're just going to end up in a draft and or at a Division I school or end up in the MLS is a very small odds. The only really other way you're going to do it is you play somewhat of a semi-professional football after that and somehow come back to the United States through a trade to the MLS. A lot of people don't end up coming back though. So it's at a very young age that you need to hit all these pieces right, I feel like, to have a chance to not only play Division I college soccer, American soccer in the United States, but to end up playing in the MLS and then pursuing a career after that. There's so many things that have to go perfectly for that to all work well, and it just doesn't. But guess what? A lot of those people, you give them good coaches by the age of 12, you give them a good future where it's not determined on how much money they have, a lot of those players will end up much better players, but they never reach their true potential. And I think the sad thing is, and maybe this could be where you might relate to someone leaving a club early. I would say if you're someone who, like Insigne, right? If you think he has more to offer the Serie A and he's missing out on potential by not staying longer in the Serie A, imagine all the people who missed out on their potential to even play the sport professionally because they just didn't have the opportunities or it didn't go perfectly in their path. Best way to make coins with? Okay, all of you guys asking coin-related questions or how to craft, I will link the trading playlist in chat if you want trading tips. And then if you guys want to learn how to craft the mid-prime icon, we have a video in the description you can take a look at. Okay, I'm going to read the message now. When I'm talking for 2 minutes straight and you guys are writing nonstop messages, I physically can't read the chat when there's 20 different messages going on from 20 different people. I apologize. Cameron knows I'm going to get to his message. He's just letting me know that it's last. Most political, I remember the Donald Trump and BLM talks. It was a joke, Cameron. Did I go back to read that? Was the thing I went to go back to read? Or is there something else? A lot of MLS players are real young. Yep. Okay, here's another thing to think too. Think about this. Think about a thing you guys probably haven't even thought of if you're not in the United States. If you're in the United States, this is a very common thing, but it's something that you UK folks never even understand, okay? At a young age, you are given pass when it comes to sports. When you get to the high school level, which is typically ages like 14 to 18, the way seasons work is if you are a man, at least in my state, it might be different in different states, which if it is, which I know for a fact it is actually, speak your piece to this, but in Wisconsin, the American football season was the same season in the fall as the American soccer season. So if you were a man, the only exception would be if you played on the men's American soccer team. You could also, if you wanted to, potentially be the kicker for the football team. But there would be times where there'd be conflicts and you couldn't do both. You'd have to miss out on practices. You might have to do different things. You are essentially given the opportunity to play one of the two sports. And a lot of very athletic people who also have a lot of potential in American soccer choose American football. Imagine how much more talent in the United States you'd have if that even turned even like 5% more the American soccer direction. If you pull the 5% of some of the most athletic kids in high school and had them play American soccer instead of American football, that would completely change the level of American soccer. I don't think that could be a disagreement. And if you make American soccer more of a culture thing rather than a sport, that changes even more than 5%. She choose. You mean the left back or right back? Whatever one fits your team better, mate. There are a lot of talented players in the U.S. It's just the coaching level so bad, and it can't take them to that next level, and they quit. You also have a deadline, too. The way it kind of works is there's deadlines. You don't have a lot of people who work a job on the side and play semi-professionally or professionally, as easy as it is in England. Yo! We got a new member! GG, buddy. Thank you so much, man. Let's see those emotes in chat, baby. See? If you guys are enjoying the stream, feel free to smack the like button, subscribe if you're new. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up with chat while also doing stuff, and this is physically impossible right now. Give me a second. I'm going to go through. I'm going to change it, though. I'm not going to read the messages out loud. I'm going to look and read it in my head because there's no way I can catch up at this point. He's been asking for 5 minutes. I read it, right? You are a joke. How am I a joke? How was what I said considered a joke? People choose egg ball over football? No one has said that you... Okay, you guys... I feel like you purposely either misconstrue what I say, or maybe in your defense, maybe I'm just speaking gibberish. That could be 100% the possibility. But I'm not saying that no one has said the United States doesn't have talent. What I'm trying to get across is in the United States, the sport is not a culture. What is a culture is American football. So people are following the culture. Super athletic people will follow the culture and go do that with American football instead of American soccer. And if you change the culture to be more football, aka American soccer focused, see how stupid this conversation is? How I have to manipulate the words I say to try to fit? Because we all can't just say football. If you could change the culture tide, you'd have a lot of these freak athletes who would be phenomenal football players. If you got them to switch sports at that age of high school, they would play college and then they'd go pro. And those would be players that could potentially, mixed in with good coaching staffs, be some of the tops playing in the top leagues in the world. That would never get to that point if they played American football. No problem. This discussion made me do it. Hey, no problem, bro. I mean, I'm down to have more of these discussions. I can only handle this probably about once a week, though, because I understand no one's going to come to an agreement, but I'm not looking for agreements. I'm literally just trying to have people understand who shit on the United States when it comes to sports, specifically football, to understand that it's not a culture in the States. Therefore, it's a different process, and it's going to take different things to get people to respect the sport at the same level you want it to. And again, I'll state for the millionth time, I don't think it's a good faith effort on a lot of your guys' parts, which I know a lot of you in chat are trolling, and I get it, but a lot of you will absolutely shit on United States people for everything when a lot of us are actually trying to love the sport, learn more about it, and get more involved. Then you have people like me and some other people who are United States people in chat trying to reach people who haven't heard about the sport yet. We're trying to get them to understand it, but we feel like we constantly just get shit on for no apparent reason. You can say that about rugby players here. Your point? Oh my God, Cameron. Yes, you can say that about rugby players too. You know what that would mean? If rugby players can do the same thing, where you can say there's a lot of people who'd be excellent at football, but they choose rugby. Imagine how much better Europeans would be at football, more than they already are, if you had rugby people do the sport. It's the same thing. I'm just trying to say there'd be more talent in the United States. It's not that hard of a difficult conversation to have. It's not that hard to understand. If people just, yes, if people swap sports, what do you want about, Cameron? I don't think there should be any disagreement with that. There's probably a great rugby player out there that would be a fantastic football player that you might never hear about because they never played football. And they never played for your favorite club and then scored X amount of goals and became your favorite player. That all has some way be affected. And I'm directly speaking to the people who are saying, when it comes to the United States, you have very limited talent. I'm saying there'd be so much more talent if a million things that is what's wrong with the sport in the United States got fixed at an early age. That's the point I'm trying to get across. All right, let's get this done while we're talking. That is not an argument for a whole country's competition in a sport. Wait, hold on. Can you explain what I'm saying? And let me see if what you think I'm saying is what I'm actually trying to get across. That's not an argument for a whole country's competition in a sport. I'm not talking about a competition. I'm not trying to compete against anyone. I'm saying, from my own personal experience with people who have been around me in the United States, I know how much potential, or not even potential, there were so many people who could play Division I in the sport if they chose to play American soccer instead of American football. We literally had schools who would call coaches and be like, tell your kid to switch sports because they have a future in this, and they chose not to. No one said you have very little talent. We have said 1,000 times that the U.S. had better coaches, the good talent would be turned from good talent, the great talent. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm not disagreeing with that in the slightest. What about that am I disagreeing with? How to make a football team better. Make dart players play for them. Okay. Let me word this differently, Cameron. Okay, Cameron, think about this. Think about youth programs in England, okay? Think about the youth programs. Think about all the amazing talent that these youth programs have. And let's say you lose half the kids to rugby. Not even half. Let's say you lose 3/4 of the talent to rugby. Would that not completely change the outcome of how that would affect the youth programs in general in England? And then, in turn, affect how the national teams turn out or how it affects these clubs? Does that not have a huge effect? That's what I'm trying to get across. We have so much people at a young age either turn away from the sport or go to another sport and spend more time there than football. Are you getting them to switch sports? Bringing in good players will not make them care about the sport more if they are already don't like it. No. Beak, I'm saying the way it's set up in my state, especially in the United States, different states might have different seasons, but you have to. Kids who play both sports, you can do that throughout middle school just fine. It actually works really well. But once you get to high school, the way the seasons are set up, you essentially have to choose one or the other, when a lot of them would want to do both. Last. Our health system will be better if we got politicians to do open heart surgery. Okay, if a I don't even want to feed into what you just said right there, but I'm going to play your game anyways. If a politician went to college to be a surgeon, was on path to become a surgeon, and then they saw an opportunity to be a politician and they went that path instead, it is very likely that after they're done being a politician, or if they wanted to become open heart surgery later, you could say, hey, that person would make a good open heart surgeon. They showed all the signs of being a surgeon in the first place. They got A's in all their tests. They did really well in their programs. They just didn't graduate because they left beforehand to become a politician. Could you not make an argument that that person couldn't make a fantastic surgeon and completely change the way that maybe some hospitals function with them in it for the better? Like, I'm not understanding. There shouldn't be an argument here. It's like you guys are trying to take what I'm saying and somehow turn it into something that's not. I am not trying to argue against anyone. I'm simply stating a fact, or not even a fact, it's an emotion on my end, that it's so sad to see how much potential we could have in the United States where people just go different routes. That's it. You can say that for your country too if you want. I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying that's a fact. That there's so much talent that will never play football. Okay, I can't go further down this route. I don't know what else there is I can say. Cameron, you're trying to turn what I'm saying into a debate. I'm not trying to debate what I'm saying. Canada, it's the same here. I get what he's saying. Legit, this is the easiest concept to understand. And I think you guys are literally looking at the thing Big Man said about coaching, and you're going to, whatever Big Man says or whatever point he might have, you're going to use the coaching thing he said to disagree with anything he says, or say, we're not going to agree with the man who said coaching is literally the only thing making them a difference between being an MLS team versus maybe like a Prem team. What are France rugby players' diets? They're all bloody massive. Dude, at my college that I went to, I was really good friends with the guy on the rugby team. My goodness, that dude could put away food. It was literally insane. Dude was massive. Last, what'd you say? Sorry, Fred. I don't know what you guys are arguing about, but you said we say you guys have no talent when it's the opposite. Okay, if it came across as I was attacking you guys, then I apologize. That wasn't my goal. So if that's what this stemmed from, I take full blame there. I apologize. I shouldn't have said that. Should I do the mid or prime right now? I have 288 rated dupes. Yeah, I think you should. We're slowly doing live and making packs in the background as we're just going into each other. Think about it like this, boys. MJ, being one of the best basketball players of all time, used to play baseball all the time and switched to baseball when he felt like it. Okay, so let's do this instead. this will be like the last thing I'll say on this matter. If you guys want to still talk about it after this, sweet, cool, do you. I'm going to read chat again of things I missed. If we stop looking at it as a United States comparison with what I said versus people in Europe, and we just said it in general with everyone from a perspective of enjoying the sport and loving the sport, right? Imagine how many players we might potentially have fallen in love with or would be top players at our favorite clubs if the scenarios in their life didn't lead them down the direction they went. Simple as that. Just making a statement. Whether it's a different sport, whether it's an injury, whatever it was. Just imagine the reality where there's a world where you might have a favorite player that never came to be. I just find that fascinating. And for me, it makes falling in love with the players we did that much better. Like, it makes me appreciate them more. Especially when they have a story of triumph where they should have never gone to where they did. Like, I don't think you can hear a Mendy story and not be happy for the man with how close he was to having his career over. Sorry, let me go back and read the... you have talent, but you ruin them. I agree, to a certain extent. Watching this argument while escalate while peacefully grinding coins. Do you think that I should start saving packs for Team of the Season now or in March and April? That's up to you, mate. I would say if you saving up packs now makes you not enjoy every promo leading up to Team of the Year or Team of the Season, I don't think that's worth it. But maybe if you want to open everything but some big packs or start saving like a week or two out from big Team of the Season, that's up to you, man. But Team of the Season is going to be a long time. And there's going to be times for Team of the Season cards after that. So you're not necessarily missing out completely at any point. Sorry. Whew. I read your thing, Big Ben. The way I see it is you guys have a lot of talent. That talent either pick American football or don't go to the next level because of coaches until that gets fixed. Yeah, I definitely think we need to invest in our youth in general and get better coaching in and a bunch of other things. Like, any issue that we talk about with the United States stems from people at an early age. There's a lot of things where people just go through life and just... I wish had more opportunities when it comes to football. Or it was easier. Because it's heartbreaking, man. It's heartbreaking to see people play next to you that have so much talent. And just you see either their love of the sport. Because, like, honestly, for me, I tell this story all the time about how I wanted to play professionally. How I would have loved to play at the college level, then go pro, and how like concussions kind of ruined the sport for me in terms of me having to stop, which is all completely true. That love never went away. But one of the things that I never really mention is how I had one coach who, in terms of him being able to win games, great coach in that aspect, but was just, in my opinion, very trash to the players. It kind of made me not love the sport as much anymore and made me not want to play under him. So I understand how a coach that doesn't work well with a club can completely ruin a player or completely ruin the love of the sport and make them want to stop too. And I saw it with a lot of people next to me. We had different coaches for a couple seasons. Some were great, some were just not great. And it's just a sad thing to see the love go away. Have I ever heard of hurling? Hurling. Can you just... What do you mean by hurling? I feel like there's a couple different hurlings. Okay, what did I miss? Just got De Bruyne from the pack that you got, the 86 squad. GG. Last. Yeah, I read that already. Exactly. Even if they do choose football, you don't get the talent out of the players with the coaches. If the MLS actually gets some decent coaches, I might start considering MLS an actual good league. Okay. I get what you're saying, but the whole good talent in other sports is outrageous. But, okay, I guess I'm not understanding your outrage. Could you explain it a little more to me? Because I don't think it's that crazy to think that there is good talent that go to other sports. I think that's a common fact. and how they could be a huge benefit if they would have stick to the sport of American soccer, aka football. What's wrong with that statement, I guess? I see it from the perspective if I'm saying the United States could be way better off and be more competing against Europeans. If I'm making that comparison, I could see where you could pull then Europeans and say the same thing. But if I'm just saying the general statement of, damn, I wish this talent would have taken my favorite sport, football, that would have been better. I don't see what's wrong with saying that. MLS players going to be in big leagues in the next 5 years? Exactly. Absolutely. A bunch more. What tutorial should I watch for the easiest coins on PC right now to know? I'll link you my trading playlist. If you want to try a bunch of the different videos, feel free to do so. League SBC silver bidding or sniping is good, in my opinion. BPM can be good. Feel free to try around different things. Common gold flipping. Coach, earned my love for the sport. Yeah. What's up, Ja? You'll see, but you don't have any good coaches, so they will reach top level consistency. On the other hand, I live in Germany, and if I wanted to play American football, I would have to drive almost 50 miles just to find a club to do it. Yeah, accessibility to it. With these coaches, you might get one star player in 5 years. Okay, I that's where we're just going to have the disagreement, Beak. I completely disagree. But that's fine. We don't have to agree. A coach room, my love for the sport. Yep. I need a PlayStation. The PC market is horrible. I know. If you guys are League SBC grinders, PlayStation is the best place to be. Just because you have the most amount of cards on there. The most amount of people buying these. We trash Man City fans more than American fans. Facts. You can't use good talent in other sports as an argument on why the country in your sport is awful. Okay, so maybe this is where I spoke wrong, or maybe we could find agreement if I said elsewise. So you can't use good talent in other sports as an argument for why your sport of your country is awful. If I admit there's many other reasons besides that why the United States isn't as good as other countries, can you agree with that? Because that's what I believe. There's many other factors. That's not the biggest. My whole point with that, or what I'm trying to get across right now at least, maybe I said it differently along the way. I'm sorry. My whole thing is I've seen players around me have to make that decision where I know in my heart that they would have been such good football players. And it's just sad to see. And I know without a doubt they would have made every team they were on better. I'm not saying that's the reason we're not amazing at the sport. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying from a smaller level, not big picture, just smaller level. Damn. I feel like they would have been better if they would have stuck with football instead of American football. I think they would have been a better footballer than an American footballer. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to use that as a justification of why we suck or why we're nowhere near European talent. We trash Man City, all three fans. I'm convinced there's a lot of City fans in this community that are either closeted City fans or they just feel like this is a toxic environment for them and they just leave. Because I feel like the top team here is definitely united. I feel like we have a united heavy chat. Beak's going a bit, but the number of stars will be very limited. Kyle, he needs good coaches now. Another thing is that travel soccer in America is expensive. It's hard to get scouted in America or Canada because we have less teams in the world than the whole of England. Yeah, that's a huge thing too. Like so my typical weekend, and maybe some of you in England went through this too with a lot of like travel sport, but like my life from the beginning of middle school to the end of high school consisted of travel a lot of the time, going to different states, going to different cities, going to different ID camps, trying out at a bunch of different clubs, getting offers from those clubs, but having to choose what was essentially best for us in terms of location, money. Like there's a bunch of different factors. Like not to brag, because I don't think it is a brag. I never played at like the top level, but I represented the United States on Team Wisconsin for the Olympic Development Program. I was on that team. I did that for, I think, 2 years. And the people I played with, I was on the starting squad for that, the starting 11. The people I played with were all playing at the best clubs in Wisconsin. And I could have gotten a first-team spot at those clubs in Wisconsin, but I would have had to move 4 hours away. And I wasn't willing to do that. But then also, too, it wasn't like we didn't have any opportunities in the Madison area. We definitely did, but they were limited compared to those other clubs. Where it was at that point where it's like your whole family, if they're investing in your future, has to make that decision to move the whole family there to make that potentially happen. You don't understand? On PC, there's no such thing as sniping on the market. Oh, no. When I say sniping, I mean you're fishing at that point. You're sitting at the fishing pond for hours trying to get a couple bites. That's the equivalent of sniping. I know how bad the PC market is. I hear you guys complain about it all the time. There isn't even an MLS 2, but there's like 26 English divisions. There is divisions in American soccer, but it's a very skewed system. It's not a relegation versus promotion sort of thing. It's very money-based and opportunity-based. Big Man, are you mad? US? No, that's incorrect too. The college isn't second division. We have semi-professionals and professional leagues below the MLS. The sporting college is not professional. Maybe it would be considered semi-professional now since you can get paid for it. Now that players can get paid for like sponsorships and stuff. And using their image and name and their likeliness. You could maybe make an argument, but... Could have had a Mumbo team of the week. Imagine the pace on my card. 99 pace, 99 strength, 99 shooting for free kicks, 99 passing. But then my right foot is like a 2-star. Okay, I hate when you guys fight in chat. Please don't fight. Try to be nice to each other. I think we can understand that we don't understand each other's countries when it comes to understanding the sport completely. I understand. Let's keep it civil, please. Many teams and leagues, it's harder to get into a pro level. You have to be better than all the other ones. But like the thing is too, and this is like what I wish was more accessible in the United States. I feel like in England at least, if you are on the caliber of potentially being a pro one day, there's a bunch of leagues or opportunities where you can maybe not be playing at the highest level, but still being able to do that on the side while maybe working a part-time job or stuff like that to keep the dream alive. Meanwhile, trying to do the same thing is a lot harder. There's less opportunity. And it's even at the semi-professional level, very money-based, where they will then, even after you're out of college or you never played in college or you did, you wanted to try to play elsewhere, they'll look at your college experience because a lot of the coaches are overlap and they'll say, oh, you played for X school, therefore we're recruiting you. Or we can look at X videotape of you doing XYZ, therefore we know you can play for us. But if you're just coming off the street, it's a lot harder to get that opportunity because there's limited divisions compared to maybe the amount of divisions in England. Not saying it's easy to do it in England either. By no means it is. You have a lot of people who will sit at that 8th or 7th division and not get any higher, and their dream ends there. But all I'm saying with that is I wish we kind of adapted more of an England system because I appreciate that system so much. Did I say college or pro team? Major difference between a college and a pro team. Big man taking his divisions of FIFA. You just know. No way people really don't know anything about football in America. You know about English football, big man. 99 head accuracy. You saying before that the atmosphere is the same as being... Okay, can we not, please? If we're going back to dumb arguments like the atmosphere, come on. I feel like all you guys are now in the weeds and you guys are arguing about minute little things. When if you would look at just like the bigger picture, we'd all be on the same page for the most part. Rita considered the college football as a division due to here in the UK. They work alongside each other. Would you consider, Cameron, would you guys consider, I don't know if you do or not, do you consider your youth programs a league? Like a level of league? At all? So no, I just realized I packed 1 million worth of cards this past month untradeable. It's so weird how much value of untradables people have and don't realize it. Or they'll put X amount of value and like someone might never have millions of coins, but you look at their club and they've put millions of coins into SBCs, whether with fodder or with coins. It's like if you keep that liquid, how much you'd have. Like us, we would have so many, like if you look at our transfer profit, we're over 26 million. I would probably be close to having, what would you guys think? If we didn't put our coins into SBCs, if we just flip these silvers or flip these libs, we'd probably have 20 mil to 23 mil liquid. I don't know how much EA tax would get taken off, but if we did no SBCs and just flipped the coins for profit and like bought players with that, eventually we'd have over 20 mil liquid. No, you wouldn't consider it? Okay. I would then say in the United States, if we had to make a comparison, the lack of kind of youth squads or youth academies we have in the United States, the equivalent, at least that I would make in my head, and if you disagree, big man, let me know. I would say I would look at college American soccer, aka college football, as the level. I would look at kind of similarly as youth programs, where the goal in youth programs is to make essentially your top squad, right? You're trying to get a professional contract, whether at your club or another one. The goal in college is to get noticed so that you can then go professional. It's not professional in and of itself, or it's even not even semi-professional, because a lot of people play at the level 2 don't even want to play professional. Some people just want it for free schooling, and then they're done after that. A lot of people aren't good enough to make it to the next level anyways, and they're just trying to enjoy their 4 years. There's like a lot of different factors that go into that. But I would in my head consider it similar to like a youth program for the top people, where your goal's using that opportunity to get noticed enough to go pro. Look at the club value. Dude, Giroud's such a fun card. What's my name? My name is Reed. R-E-I-D. Adam, what's up, buddy? Okay, this might be stupid. Can someone answer this? I'm genuinely lost. What was I just doing? I know what we were talking about, but like, I feel like when I'm talking to you guys, I have no clue what I'm doing in FIFA. I can't multitask. And then if I'm doing something in FIFA, I can't read chat. It's gotten to the point where it's so bad. Is this still going on? We're talking about different things now, but similarly. Because like even in college here in the United States, we have technically Division 1, Division 2, and Division 3. Division 1 being the best, quote unquote. But we also have different sports at the level of, is it NIAA? I think it's NIAA. Or what's it called? JUCO schools, junior colleges, where a lot of people will go to junior college. If you didn't have a scholarship, a lot of people, instead of going to Division 1, Division 2, Division 3, will go to a junior college as an opportunity after high school to potentially get another scholarship. No, you're just on 6.5 million? Watch this. We'll get it back. OMG Reed is still going on about this. We're talking about a completely different thing, Fred. We're not in an argument anymore. We're asking questions about things we don't understand. They asked a question about how it works in the United States, and I was answering it. How many coins do you need to do this lib thing? You could start with as little as 150 and flip a card for 150. And then keep going from there. Slowly make more coins. Store some players in your club over time. The hardest step is the first one, because you need to be able to start putting players in your club. Once you get past that, it's pretty easy. Reed just sounds weird. What name? If you guys had to give me a name, what do I look like? What would be my name if Reed sounds weird? We were never in an argument. There were people in chat having an actual argument with each other. You know what? We can solve all this right now by just getting into Discord and having this conversation in Discord. You look like a Mumbo, a Connor, a Rick, a Donald. Donald's my middle name. Do I like Everton? No, I like Sunderland. Can you do a 17K? You could start. I would try to flip cards instead of storing them with 17K. See if you can start doubling your coins. And then when you feel comfortable with prices and stuff, I'd go from there. So if you look at our newest video on the channel today, you can see how I'd recommend you trade with lib cards. How to search for prices, how to understand how it works, all that fun stuff. What am I doing in FIFA 22? Right now we're crafting a mid icon, or mid or prime icon. But we need to keep going while we talk. How many libs do you have? I typically have 200 to 300. Stewart? Am I Ross? Ross Stewart? You look like a Reed. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, we were going to put Marlos in, weren't we? I knew I was doing something. That's what I forgot I was doing. The name's Mumbo. MumboElite. Last. I read your last. Stewart, right? Do you know if the stream's delayed? How delayed the stream is for you guys? Like when you leave your comment? Because I know I read comments a little late. Like if you post a comment and I'm doing something in FIFA, I might look over 30 seconds later. But if I'm on top of it, like Vor Red, that just came up a second ago from the John guy. Vor Red. How quickly after you saw that comment did I say Vor Red? A few seconds? Okay. Because I have it on like the lowest latency possible. Quite delayed. I feel like for Cameron it is quite delayed. If you're watching on mobile, Cameron, are you watching on mobile? Maybe it's a mobile thing. Because I know when I watch on mobile, the streams are more delayed than on PC. For sure. And it also depends on your internet completely. That's another big thing. What came out at 6? We had a new SBC. We had a daily SBC too. Player SBC. You're on mobile? Yeah, that's probably part of the issue. Okay. I know we've moved on from this point, so I'm not going to rehash it. But what I will say in the future, if we get into these kind of discussions again, it is so hard to have every single person get their point across or like type it all out and be able to have it be a perfect sentence. If you guys ever want to join Discord and be like, hey, talk about this in the Discord so you can actually vocally say your points, I feel like that would be infinitely easier. Same thing, like if you're trying to type something in chat, two things are happening. One, you are writing something out and you got to make sure every thought that you have is coming across in your message, and then you're hoping that I'm going to read it the right way. And chances are I'll read it wrong or take it the wrong way. But if we just quickly hop into Discord and be like, hey, what were you saying with this? Explain yourself, sweet. Then we don't have to have a million people typing long messages in chat. That might help. Can I get into the Discord with my membership? Oh, it's completely free to join the Discord, mate. Absolutely free. You don't have to spend a penny. For people who become a member and everything like that, the reason why there's not really any bonuses to becoming a member, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, it might limit the amount of members we have. It's because everything I give you guys is free. You don't have to spend a single penny on me to learn trading tips, learn how I'm grinding. Upfront cost is completely free, but if you guys ever want to give back in any way, it is appreciated. But all I ever ask for is if you guys watch the content and you do enjoy it, just smack the like button. That's all I ever ask. Prem is mid, Prem A mid. How are you? I'm doing good, buddy. Beak and Big Man are the new lovers. I know they love each other. You guys just kiss already. Come on. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Can I host something? Wait, hold on. Big Man and Beak, are you able to both get in Discord right now? Can we guys have you like go back and forth with each other for like a minute in Discord for content? Can we please? I might donate you a penny later because you keep talking about pennies. So if I start talking about $1 million, does that become $1 million? I'm taking a shit and you can't multitask, mate. Beak versus Big Man. I'm about to head to bed. Please. Okay, I'm going to hop into Discord for the next couple minutes. I'll be reading chat. I might have to mute myself, though. Here, I'll be in the general. If you guys want to hop into general for the next couple minutes, we can just be chatting in here. I'll link the Discord again. I'll be here for just a couple minutes and then I'll leave. But if anyone wants to come in. Sup, dude?
Hello?
It's Fred. Okay. Big Man's in here too. Okay. Question. Can people in the stream let me know if they're at a good volume for their loudness? I don't know how loud they are.
I mean, I'm not coming there to argue. I just want to hear.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is that beat kid at? You pussy.
Wait, who's all in here right now?
That like whole like 10-minute argument, no, like 40-minute argument.
Dude, I
started
just
when-
like honestly, I like making people mad. That's just what I like.
I think you got that across.
When people get angry about what I say.
That literally started from you saying that the feminine MLS atmosphere is
No,
the same.
bro,
That whole
I'm
hour
waffling.
thing.
I waffle every time I open my mouth. Bro, it just makes people mad and I love it.
See, my thing was, no matter what, I'm kind of in a position where I read chat in general. So you'll be like, read last. We might be moved on from something, but then I either reread a message or I read something where someone's like, you're absolutely wrong. And then I'm forced to like give some sort of response to it at a moment. I'm like, of course, I have to.
No one was saying anything, and you just like kept
Yeah,
on
it
going
would be
for like
done, and then Mama would
half
just
an
say
hour.
something.
I'd be like, I understand. We're not going to see eye to eye, but this is why you're wrong.
It's like gone, and he's like, but if you think about it from like a different perspective, you know what I mean?
You got to think of the nuance to it.
We literally said nothing, and you just kept on going for like an hour.
But if you
The
think,
thing is, I brought entertainment into the stream. We had to have something.
but if you think about it, Fred, imagine how good of a Call of Duty player I'd be if I never went the FIFA path. The talent I'd have in Call of Duty.
Yeah.
It'd be over if I was in a COD lobby. It would just be bad.
Bro,
I'd get kicked off.
I was next level when it came to running in circles and
and
zombies.
About MLS, and it's just a war.
Can
No,
you
people
wait?
hate on MLS for no reason. That's the thing.
Wait, Fred. Oh no, I think they have a reason. I think we can give them that. They have plenty of reasons why they hate on the MLS. But can you do me a favor, Fred? Can you can you tell me what the MLS stands for?
Major League Soccer.
Why the fuck would you call it soccer, bro?
Oh.
Dude, what the hell is your problem? Hey, should we unmod him, man? He called the wonderful sport the S word. That's
You forced me into that.
You're from England too, mate. That's a crime punishable by death, I'm pretty sure. Right?
It's so cringy when you say mate. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, you're trying to wiggle out of this. I'm not going to let you out of it, mate. Trying to turn this on me. You're the one on the hot seat.
The MLS, Major League Football.
See, you're kind of quartered right now. I'm surprised you haven't made a hairline joke yet. I bet they're just like, you're
because
foaming at the
I'm
mouth.
actually creative. I'm actually creative.
Fair enough.
Your hairline is backlash.
All right, who's all in here again? We have Adam, or Adam was. Now it's just Big Man and Fred.
Where's Beak?
Don't say man. Okay.
He didn't want to say anything. He did not want to say anything. That's like, I knew he was not going to sleep. It's like 2 in the morning for him. He's wide awake right now. He is not going to sleep.
Oh no, he messaged me. He said he knows Big Man is right in every single way, and he looks up to you, so that's why he doesn't want to come in here.
Yeah, that's definitely what he said. It's not. I'm a pussy. I don't want to say anything.
No, it's his time of the night where he just is on his phone with Dybala, and he's looking up Dybala highlights and doing his thing.
Dybala, hot picks.
Imagine if they.
That's literally his whole search history.
I would have the biggest smile on my face the second they come out with a Dybala SBC, or like if there's like a crazy Fred SBC that comes out, I would just instantly think of you guys. Like I know the second if a Thiago Silva showdown card happened again this year, I would just get spammed on Discord, or everyone would just be like, "Yo, Mumbo, did you see? Did you see?"
I mean, you're starting to think people actually care about you.
Fair enough. I actually don't think anyone cares about me.
Okay.
How old is Big Man? Big Man, how old are you, man? I almost said it. How old are you, man? You're what? I didn't hear what you said.
Silence.
Oh, he went quiet. All right, that was fun.
I just had to use the
Oh.
washroom. I had to use the
Oh.
washroom.
Wait, are you still going? wait, no.
No, I just finished.
How old are you?
I'm 18.
Okay, 19. All right, sweet. All right, I'm gonna go back to just reading chat. Have a good night, guys.
All right. Bye.
All right, we're back. I know Cameron cares about me. Cameron cares about me. Cameron loves me, but he was a second away from just wanting to never speak to me again. Like, I could just picture the rage that Cameron had anytime I opened my mouth in that conversation. I might start an RTG on a new account. That was very fun. Beak's hairline is offsides. It's like a married couple. We argue, but we no. That's where I draw the line. All right. All right. If I put in Nedved, am I able to get this done? If I buy a goalkeeper, we need to do that more often. The Discord thing, or 15-minute football discussion each stream. Okay, if we're gonna have more discussions, though, I feel like it has to be Discord, because I can't even picture a way I can even read all chat when you guys are having side conversations, trying to talk to each other. I'm trying to read them and then jump into the conversations myself. It's just very difficult. Where's my fodder? I used it on the 85 team. Now we're continuing. So we have to have some sort of chem here. Maybe a cruise? Would an 88 work? 87 potentially might work. Should we get a Dybala? Let's face it, it's going to be 3 hours, not 15 minutes. I'm inviting myself, cussing everyone out. My 85 plus times 10 was Ramos, Inform, Elba, 2 other 87s, and pretty much nothing else. Was hoping for a future star. Has anyone in this community packed a future star from their 85 times 10? I feel like it's very weird odds with future stars in these packs. Like, compared to the 85 times 10s during Team of the Year, I felt like everyone was getting a nominee in there. Describe Biden in 3 words. I don't care enough about Biden to really describe him in even 3 words. I mean, it depends on who you ask. Do I have a dent in your head? Yes, I have a dent, like, right here. I think it's from all the headers I did. Literally. Because you can see it start to form. It's a skull thing, too. So I think the shape of my skull, something happened with me playing football for so long where enough headers and... I don't know. Because, like, I have pictures of myself growing up. And you see it from, like, 5th grade on. It slowly started happening. Ibanez and Neymar from the 85 times 10. Okay. Do a discussion stream. That will be fun. We can make up certain topics. I think I might... Okay. I might do that in the future. But maybe that's like a thing we do when we like switch to Twitch. So if you guys want to follow our Twitch, twitch.tv/MumboElite, maybe that's where we open it up more. That way it's like a different atmosphere. Because it's like, when people come to this stream, I think there's certain things that as a community we do well and we kind of have a standard for. A lot of that is like helping people with trading, League SBCs, trying to read you guys' chat, things like that. If we completely change the dynamic, I think that would be a better opportunity to try to have that be something we do elsewhere versus change what we already do here, if that makes sense. Twitch is the OnlyFans, yeah. Well, it would be a thing where it's so not often we do that I would make sure you guys were there if we were gonna do it. But like, so the way we did it last year when Kage was around a lot, if you guys remember Kage, the way we did it last year was we would just kind of be about to work out. I would take my pre-workout and I'd be like, all right, we're ending the FIFA stream. If you guys want to hop over to Twitch, we're gonna go to Twitch and we're just gonna like F around and play some random game for a little bit and just talk. So maybe like we do something like that where we're just like, screw it. Like I'll probably go and play. I want to grind the limit. I want to make this pack. But if you guys are still up after I'm done making this pack, I'll probably go play Lost Ark. And if you guys want to get in a Discord call while I play Lost Ark and just chill and stuff on Twitch, we could do that. Minecraft server with the boys. My Minecraft urge is coming back in a little bit. Like within the next couple months, we'll have our 2-week to 1 month long Minecraft fix where I get us a server as a community. We play on it on Twitch and then we all just disappear from the face of the earth with Minecraft. I have some connections with an MCMMO guy where we play on like their server and they typically give us like certain rewards, certain status in chat. I don't know if the server's still up or running or if it's the same management, but I can like check if that's something you guys are interested in doing. Because again, I have a lot of fun with those things. I love those. I think they're really good community bonding times, but it literally is like 2 weeks and then I'm done. But what I would say too, I can't physically stream at all the hours that are best for you guys. So if you guys want to do these sort of things, you don't need me involved necessarily. I would love to try to join them or try to be a part of them. But if... Is that from an Electrum pack? Is that from an Electrum pack? What? Wait. Let's go. I don't know how lucky that actually is, though, because he's a common gold, right? That's why we open these kind of packs, is for the hopes of these guys popping up. Or is he a rare gold? Is he one of the rare golds? No, he's common. I would equivalent that to like packing a gold inform in a silver pack. Obviously, maybe a little harder and a little more rating, yeah. But same kind of philosophy. But no, what I was saying is we have different sections of the Discord. Obviously, with like the entertainment section, we have movies, TV shows, anime, yada yada. We have the fantasy football. But if you guys ever just want to hop in a general chat and play like a different game together, I already know a couple of you guys play other games. I think is it Fred? Fred, is it you and Kage who are trying to get me to play Rainbow Six? Or is that someone else? What's Kage's Discord? Like his name in Discord? I'd have to look it up again. I can't remember. PC. We'd play on PC Minecraft. But yeah, like if you guys want to do things like that, I find those to be the most beneficial, because even when I was in Call of Duty, there were people who were in our community that even barely watched me stream. They would just kind of play games with each other. That was like the main thing. Because like you got to remember too, even though I mainly just kind of play FIFA for the most part, a lot of my time when I'm gaming, a lot of you guys have other interests in other stuff, and if it overlaps, by all means, go for it. Let's put this in the Discord real quick though. FIFA packs. But yeah, that was what, 2.5 hours of grinding right now, and that came out of it. It's not bad. It was the one team pack in the Libertadores. So if you guys do the one team requirement in the Libertadores, it's the Electrum pack. Player 6 was us? Maybe later in the year with FIFA. We'll see. I'm just going to flip loads of libs for a couple hours and see how much I can make. I got 24K right now with cards. Okay, question. How much are 84s and 85s? Does anyone know on PlayStation how much 84s and 85s are? Why are you so obsessed with FIFA? One, because I love menu grinding. Two, because when you're in the process of building a community, there's more in it than just like maybe my love for the game. So it's like, as this community continues to grow, as more people come in, part of me feels like a responsibility to keep doing this content to help people out, but also too, like I genuinely enjoy it. If I ever get to a point where I'm not genuinely enjoying it, maybe it becomes something else. But for me, if I can continue to grow the channel, continue to grow this community, have a good time doing it, and maybe do something on the side, like switch over to Twitch for a different game, I wouldn't mind that. But I'm not going to force myself just to play other stuff to play other stuff. You know? Why do people ask what pack that was? As if they do it. Yeah, I see that a lot with icons. People are like, what did you get that icon out of? Or I'll ask that when I see they pack something. And then a little part of me is like, maybe I open a preview pack, I'll get an icon out of it. And it's like, nope, I get not even a rare gold. Do it on Twitch then? Yeah, that'd be something we'd do on Twitch. But again, if you really think about it, most of the time, with the time difference, that'd have to be something we'd most likely do on the weekend. And it'd be something where I'd have to be in the mood to do it or available. Yo, Jujutsu Kaisen TV anime series Season 2 is just announced. It will air in the winter of 2023. Let's go! GG. What's Vanity's Twitch? Dude, I miss Vanity so much. I can't even tell you what her Twitch is. She changes it all the time. Until she comes into another stream and says, hey, Reed, I've been good. Sorry I've been not around or talking to you much. It will probably be on some random account that she just made because she lost her account info or some dude was stalking her, and we'll get back to talking to her, but my goodness. Even Twitter, she's like, sorry if you couldn't reach me. My Twitter is XXX now, or like something completely random. Don't play R6 with us this year, and I'm unsubbing. I never watch again. See, I've played Rainbow Six before. I don't find it fun. That's the thing. Maybe if I'm playing with you guys, it'd be fun. They're 4.2K? Okay, so what I'm thinking, Gustavo, why I said what's the price of 84s is this. Part of the thing I'm going to get in the habit of doing later this year, and another reason why we try to do League SBCs for profit, right? We started the day on like 3.6 or not 3.6, 6.3 mil. We had about, I think, around 100K worth of Prem cards in our club. So if you add that, we get to what, 6.4? We were over 6.5 mil, which means we made over 100,000 coins off of League SBCs, marquee matchups, trading, all these different things. If we take the profit we make on a daily basis, and we take a fraction of that, and we put that into buying out certain positions, if we have a majority of an SBC, yeah, it might not be as patient or we spend a little more than we need to, but the amount of time it takes us to trade is way less than the amount of time it would take us to grind and do all these little things. So if that means we get more content out or content in a limited time, I would do those sort of things if it opens up the windows for other stuff. If Neymar is 500K, buy the gold. I think everyone, no matter what, if it's the same position, you should just do the gold card. Get the gold card. Just because it was so long ago, we've seen her and she wasn't doing so good. Oh, no. She posted on her, I think it was her Snapchat, that said she was doing okay. But she'd be like away for a while still. I'll sell my house to get that flashback nay. I stopped playing R6 because people were toxic when I tried to learn the game. Yeah, I never had a good experience with Rainbow Six. Very toxic in my opinion too. Yeah, she's... I've known her for now, what, 6 years, I think? We met in 2016. Knowing her this long, I know she's struggled a lot with mental health and just she goes through a bunch of stuff. But she very much is independent with how she does all that. And she's like one of those people who, even if she feels like she needs help, she'd rather kind of like go through things herself before she talks to other people about it. Like, she knows that, like, if I were to tell her, hey, do you remember Cameron? He asked if you're doing okay. She'd probably say something along the lines of, like, oh, tell him thanks for checking in, but I'm doing fine. And then she'll come back later and be like, I appreciate him doing that, but, like, I just need time to myself. That's just kind of the way she is. And I feel like most people are that way. Not everyone, though. Some people are different. He is confirmed to left wing, though, which sucks because I wish he was like a center forward or something. Aaron, what's up, buddy? Another duplicate. Now we get to do the 84 team. And again, we still have like 300K worth of contracts minimum that we have yet to sell on. That would then count towards more profit, and we could put those into essentially, if I wanted to do something, if I in my head have to make sense of spending coins on something, any money we make off consumables, specifically contracts, I would say, if we want to justify whatever we make off of contracts, buying out 84s or 85s or things like that, I'm kind of for that. Am I doing good? Yeah, I'm doing... I'm honestly probably doing the best I've ever done in my life, which is crazy to think about. It's just so many things have changed this past year. Obviously with my grandma passing, but in general, just like the amount of opportunities, the amount of like growth this community's had. A bunch of things that if you would have looked at a couple of years ago, I might have been questioning whether or not like pursuing YouTube was even worth my time. But like, I'm just so happy that we never like gave up on it. You know? Those things are crazy to me. Because it's like, imagine if after not liking Call of Duty World, one of the World War ones, I forget which one it was when I was in college. If I would have just completely stopped and never started up FIFA, this would probably have never been a thing. And that's just insane to me. Alright, so let's put Vela there. For an 82. What do we need? The 4 Vera days feel like yesterday. It's just crazy how... Okay, not to like... Okay, this isn't a flex. But I feel like I wasted a lot of my years with YouTube, but it's technically not a waste. So the reason I say I feel like I wasted my years, I kind of did... When I first started YouTube, I just kind of posted whatever, whenever. Never really had a schedule. Never really tried to build a community. Never took it too serious, right? Then at some point in Call of Duty, I kind of found more of a niche when it came to streaming. I kind of like pursued that by trying to be as consistent with streaming as possible. But that led to a lot of burnout because I would very much do like 24-hour streams, 12-hour streams a lot of days. It just wasn't doable. Plus, I never really made videos. It was just live streams. Starting with FIFA 21, because like we experimented at the end of FIFA 20, if you guys remember, with Twitch and YouTube, some videos and stuff. FIFA 21 at the start was the first time I had a dedicated daily stream for an RTG idea that we then made trading tips off of to then FIFA 22. For most months, we almost have a video every day, along with a stream every day of some sort of content that is not just like random content, but is targeted in a way that might be able to help people. Even if it's like a little bit repetitive to some of you, or if some of you already kind of know what it's going to be about, to a lot of people, they say it really helps. So that's something I like doing. But just like the process of it, experimenting to try to find that and to see it pay off is one of like the coolest feelings. Because like one, it makes me think like, oh wow, I wish I would have did that a long time ago. But also at the same time, it's like, I couldn't even imagine if Call of Duty picked up. Imagine if I would have had the same thing happen in Call of Duty, where Call of Duty was just super fun for me to do. Wait, can I do a... We can do an 82 there. Sweet. Imagine if like I understood SEO and like YouTube search when it came to Call of Duty, and then I felt forced to like make Call of Duty content because it was doing well. That would be really weird. Alright, sorry. Let's get back to it. Used to be plat, but I moved to PC. Now I'm gold 2. How to grind the battle pass and get the best loadouts in the game for free. Probably. No, I still have a lot of friends in the Call of Duty community, and a lot of the ones that have YouTube channels very much do the like funny moments, stream highlights / like battle royale, new guns sort of kind of deal. Okay, so it's 7 in the evening for me right now. What time is it for you guys? 1, what time is it? And then 2, realistically, I'm going to be like doing something for the next at least 4 hours. How many of you guys would genuinely like be around at least for part of that? Because if we can get this pack finished up, if I can do a little more lib, get a little bit more 83s, finish this pack, open the icon, and then we switch to Twitch and just kind of chilled. Or just we chilled on here too. I don't know exactly what we do yet, but like how many of you would be around in like at least the next hour? 1 a.m., 8 to 1, I'll be around. Me, 6:30 here, just about to sleep. God damn. We stay up for the Mumbo vibes? Heck yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the plan is yet. I want to get this done first. That's all I know. You know what? Hold on. I just had an idea. What happens if we made a new career mode save, went to Twitch, did a career mode stream on Twitch where I create a new club, have us play what? You think the Prem? Play in like the Prem or something. And you guys, literally off of your suggestions, we make a team with that. Would that sound like a fun idea? Wait. Yes. Wait. Hold on. No. I have an idea. Could we? No. Hear me out. Can anyone think of the idea I'm thinking of right now? I have the most genius idea that went with our discussion. Does someone want to try to take a guess? Does someone know what I'm about to say? I bet one of you does. This is such a great idea. No, not in the MLS. That's a dub pack right there. 284s. MLS team in the front. Yes. We're gonna take my Portland Timbers, and we're gonna play the Portland Timbers in the Prem. Would that be a good idea? Or I know that's kind of memes. We don't have to do that. I would personally much rather make a team with your guys' suggestions, make like an Elite Army FC, and do career mode that way. Just buy whatever players you guys want and then play in the Prem that way. I feel like that'd be more fun. Oh no, we're doing the icon pack first, 100%. We're getting this done right now. Alright, let me focus up. MLS All-Stars? Wait, does it allow you to do that? Wait. But like that really doesn't prove anything though, because I'm just so talented at FIFA that I could use a whole like Japanese 10th division team and still be number 1 in the Prem. That doesn't accomplish anything unless we're simming the matches. Can we see the progress on the icon pack? We have the second team left, and that's it. That's where we currently are. We have some 84s. I believe we have an 83 as well. We're essentially waiting on a couple cards, and then we'll be ready. No MLS, just career mode? Oh, wait. You're saying no MLS, just do career mode? Or are you saying no, do MLS, but just career mode? Like in career mode, use MLS. The first one, okay. Because that could have been taken multiple ways. I wanted to make sure. Altidore at striker. Okay. I'm not a very big Altidore fan. I know he played for Sunderland. I know he's American. He's kind of always rubbed me the wrong way. I don't know if it's deserved. I don't know what it is, really. Him and Zardes. I don't know what it is about them. I just don't vibe with them, man. Rub me the wrong way. Yeah, because there's so many players that rub me the right way. Like, if I think of Gooch, right? Gooch just, like, completely rubbed me the right way. Failed USA generation. I think I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is about Altidore. Zardes, I can give you a explicit reason why. It's the amount of hype the man gets and for how little he does for the national team a lot of the time. Then he'll get some he'll get some like tap-ins, score, and somehow be like leading the team sheet or getting opportunities that I feel like other strikers deserve. Altidore, I don't know what it is because he played mainly with the Donovan and that whole generation. I think it's just high expectations. It would be being a United States person and him playing for Sunderland. I just had expectations maybe he could never meet. If I'm trying to be not biased. I don't know. It's annoying how you can't find lip guards on the SBC menu. I wish they were a quality and not just a league. It'd be a lot easier. Give a team 100 million and we will build it and see where it finishes. So, yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to create Elite Army FC and do the influx where we give it a lot of money. But if we did that, what league would we want to play in? The Prem? Because he's big and black? Well, I know someone who's big and black that I absolutely love, so it definitely can't be that. The best goalkeeper of all time for the United States. Can we stop talking about the U.S.? No one cares. I care, man. I care. Super League? Do it in the Prem? Okay. Bum, bum, bum. It's going to be such a mix. We're going to have some world-class players and then some random ones. I 100% am buying Thiago Silva. Depending on how many... We'll do this. Depending on how many people go over there and want to say when we go to Twitch, we'll see how much we'll give ourselves. Because like all of us will want a different player, and there'll be different levels of player. They're not all going to be the same. See, I would typically take Ibra up top, But I think I would much rather go for Rebic and play with Rebic up top. That'd be fun. Shout out to Brazil's Gustavo. ¿Cómo estás, mi amigo? Hey, sorry to hear about your loss today, Gustavo. The Club World Cup, mate. Insigne left wing. How many saves can you have on a career mode? Like, how many different career modes can you actively have? Because I have a Sunderland player, like me playing at Sunderland is one of them. And then I have the one I created last night for AC Milan. I'm down to like 80k right now. What should I grind? Either League SBC, Bronze Back Method, just trade, snipe, just anything, man. Oh, you're happy they lost? Who do you support again? I thought you supported Palermo's. Or however you say it. I'm not even gonna... I know, I just pronounced that completely wrong. You can do 10, I think? Okay. So I'll have plenty. He needs to be a striker or I'm gone. How much would he cost? Oh, he's got Konate. I forgot he's not a feature star. Rip. Like 2 million max? Okay. All right. How are we going to get chem on any of this? We'll probably just have to buy a couple different positions. Yeah, I'm fine just doing that. Let's do... It's only an 85 squad. So what I could do, let's put actual goalkeeper in goal. That's 60. And then if we did... Um... This is the guy? Okay. How old is he? That's still an 84. Okay, so we got backline cab. That's 55. Modric? Yeah, you guys are going to need to help me with this. I'm going to get lost here in a second. My brain's shutting down. And put him where for who? Modric and La Liga left mid and CDM. So put Modric in the middle. I see what you're saying. Yeah. We're probably going to need some higher rateds, right? What rating would we need? 82 works. Can we do... That still works. That still works. I'm just trying to see rating-wise what we need. Yeah. We have an 80 in, and that works. So if we did French and put Uppa back in, we did gold rare, midfield. All this for an England icon. I know it. Yeah, so if we put Uppa at left back, yeah, and we put French left mid, 83 rated, that'll give us the chem we need, and then we can probably bring the rating down a little bit. I'm going to put a few players into Discord for the career mode. Sounds good. Who's a good player to snipe right now? Has anyone been sniping right now? Does anyone know a good player to snipe currently? Can I guess because I got the last prediction right? Sorry to whoever that was. Adam, if you're going to guess and you got it right last time, please guess an AC Milan player. Please, 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 bro. I'm begging you. I'm begging you, man. He even put you in a timeout. It was deserved. Okay, Spanish player. So if we pack a Torres, that's going to just be extremely low. In general with Chem. Get a new goalie. Can we toss? Let's just get a Spanish goalie in. Can we do... Perfect. There we go. I'm doing that. If that's a little too expensive, oh well. I'm fine spending whatever this is so we can get it done. Thank you guys for the help. I appreciate it. All right. Put 2 future stars in. Can we change anything else? Nope. All right, I'm fine with that. Got Prime Matthews into my Mater Prime, so good luck, Mumbo. If you get a Smash player, I'll beg you to ban me. Okay, do we have any duplicates? Let's open the rare mixed players pack first. We have the Japanese playlist going too. So we got the proper music. Sukir, mark your words. Hold it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Moment of truth. If you enjoy this, smack the like button. This will probably be a YouTube video as well for the Clips channel. Come on. AC Milan, please. Just need to make sure. Technically considered AC Milan past or present. I don't think 5-star skills. Wait. I didn't realize he was 5-star skills. Horrific stats. I don't think he's better than any of my cams currently. But he's AC Milan. So I'll take it. We gotta play a game with them. We just did that grinding for that. We gotta give him a chance. What do we rock on Baggio? He played before my time was supported AC Milan, so that's why I'm not as familiar with him, but we'll give him a chance. Let's it's his prime. Oh, his mid has sick hair. Best Italian player of all time, criminally underrated. Maldini has entered the chat. Zaza, robbed of the Ballon d'Or, 1994. Respect this man. Let's see what people are rocking on. Hunter looks to be the popular one. If we give him a Hunter, his pace and shooting becomes a lot better. Oh, wait. Hold on. Let's do this. So Brahim's on the right side with his 5-star weak foot. I don't actually mind that. I love Junior, don't get me wrong. Can I show you your team in Discord? Yeah, put it in the FIFA team section, mate. Put the right chem style on anything and it gets better? Yeah. Well, we'll see if this is true in game, though. So we probably want to try his finesses, long shots, and skills. So that left cam spot on the edge of the box would be perfect. We're going to play a game here, and then we'll most likely switch to Twitch to do career mode. So if you guys aren't following the Twitch, we'll, after this game, switch there for career mode, where you guys are going to pick the team I use in terms of the players. We're going to start a new club. I've never started a new club before, so I don't know how that works. Do they give you a base amount, or do you just... Elite Army FC. Can I have a quick look at your team? Sure. Did you just put it in? I see a trash can. Nice, man. Trash. So we replaced one 5-star skiller with another. The good news, if Junior is now out of the team, stat-wise, I think Baggio's an upgrade in almost every way. He only had a 3-star weak foot, so upgrading that to a 4 is a huge dub. And even though he had good dribbling, stats, I never really was able to dribble well with him. Meanwhile, like with Brahim, I was able to dribble well with him. So we'll see how this does. Bit blurry? No, you're all good, bro. Okay. The people who did that, is it the Daka? Is that his name? Yeah, the people who did the Daka. Remember when I said I thought that SBC was a waste during the winter one? How good is his feature stars versus his winter one? Because do people feel like they wasted swaps on him? Gameplay feels completely mudded right now too, by the way. All my players feel like unresponsive little, I probably shouldn't say the word. The Australian lingo. Ooh. Gameplay changes every 5 minutes. It's just my players stop moving. You switch and they just kind of stop in their tracks. And they normally don't do that. Like that. I wanted to play a 1-2 with Ibra right away. And then he drifted away and waited until the defender was on him to make that pass. Dude, look at that hair. Dude, he's a sexy man. Good. What about SBC tomorrow? Anyone know? I think Neymar's tomorrow, right? Oh, yeah, Giroud through. Let him through, mate. How triggered would you be if I just assembled a team of future star swaps? One sec. Give me a sec, bud. Would I put up if someone extinct? Whatever price you want, if you think it's going to sell. How triggered would you get if I just assembled a team of future star swaps and then labeled the team, what do these do, and play Div Rivals? I think people would love that. Neymar, yeah, maybe Ronaldo. Hasn't been more hype for an SBC in 22. Probably not this soon, though. Imagine Pele, Ginola, and Flashback Neymar. I thought that's what was happening. Marky Raid, Marky! What's up, buddy? Marky Raid, hey. Was he doing Everton today for career mode, right? I was in there for a little bit earlier. All right, come on. Why didn't Vieira open up? Why didn't you go back into that? Oh no. Thank goodness. Marky Raid. What's up, guys? Alright, good af. Raid. King J, how you doing, man? Yes, Everton, he lost the league to City. Rip. Marky boy! What's up, baby? So for those of you guys getting here, we just did our mid-prime icon. We got Baggio, which is amazing because I wanted an AC Milan past and present icon that we could put into our team, and he replaced the junior card we had in. So we're trying out this game, and then after this game, we are switching over to Twitch, and we are having you guys essentially make a career mode team for us. We're making a team called Elite Army FC, which is our community. And if you guys want to come over to Twitch, twitch.tv/MumboElite, we're going to be looking at your guys' suggestions and putting a team together. Wait, why did I chip that? You got Nesta, GG? Yeah, we got his prime 93. His mid has the best hair, but we'll settle for better stats. Gameplay feels absolutely mudded today, though. I feel for everyone in Foot Champs. I can't even imagine. Oh no, Ibra. Why did I do that? Oh! Oh, he missed. Yo, King, thank you for the Twitch follow, buddy. You just opened it, got bloody 91. Dude, we got Nedved the other day. I've never been more disappointed. We used them in fodder for the next one, but my goodness. When we're trying to rock the Zidane cut? Yes. Very much so. Dude, none of us can score, man. Jeez. But yeah, if someone wants to link the Discord and chat too, in the Discord section, we have a career mode section. If you guys want to post the name of a player you guys want us to put on our career mode team, we are looking at that Discord section, and we're going to be adding people off of that. There we go. Any icon who smells has to get used in SBC? Absolutely. Oh gosh, that was an awful pass. The mid prime goes away tomorrow. Yeah, we just used our 2 of them, so we've done the 2 we can do, and we're still, I think, up coins today. I think we're still on like 6.5 million or 6.4 million. I think 6.4 million now that we bought out kind of that last team. You know what? Let's try him up top. We'll move Giroud. We'll take Giroud off. We'll get another cam. We'll bring in Junior. I want to try him up top to see if we can get some chances with him there. Good, Maldini. When the primes come out, I don't know if I'm going to do like a prime, not prime, when the moments come out. If Nesta gets a moments, should we do moments Nesta over... We'll have a Maldini for sure. He's staying in our team forever. Dude, I cannot get a shot off, man. To save my life. You have 99 lib cards, is that good? I mean, I always go for 200 to 300, but if you want to do 99, you can go for it. See how it goes. Oh, good block. Bruh. Bruh, if that would have went in. Offsides, right? Yeah. All right, let's put him up top. Let's do... Actually, let's bring in Paqueta. I'll have them switch sides. Man said a loan of 1 million. Yeah, I'll loan you 1 million, mate. For sure. You got to pay interest back on it, though. So, if I get like 1.2 mil back, put 1 million into libs and you'll have like 5 million. If you sell at the right time. Oh, no, 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 no. Paqueta, what are you doing? Hey, instant impact player, mate. Brought him in. Instantly changed the course of the game. Got to give that to him. Oh, no. GG. The second Paquette that touches the ball. Yeah, he's not very good with balls, is he? We need a midfielder who's really good at touching balls. You guys know any? All right. I think it's Twitch time, dudes. I'm going to take like a... I don't know. I'm going to take like a 12-minute break. So I'll link the Twitch again, twitch.tv/MumboElite. I'll be live on Twitch at the top of the hour. I'm going to grab some food quick, get something to drink if you guys want to do the same. Sweet. Yeah, I'll link the Discord again too. We'll look at the career mode section there, and we'll meet up then. All right. Hertzogurtso was good. Oh, gosh, no. All right. Adios, guys. God bless. Have a good rest of your night. We'll see you in a little bit. I'm up. It's like 2 a.m. here. Need some sleep. Hey, GG, man. Have a good night. Thank you for the raid again, bud. Appreciate it.